Welcome back, everybody, to our AEL University Elite Series Rocket League, coming at you with Matsy and Formal. We're back. We're so back. And Max, how have you been, first and foremost?
I mean, it's been a long off season. I feel it's safe to say it's been a long one. So I'm happy to be back. Kind of missed the end of last time because I wound up in France. I'm going to miss the next 2 weeks as well because going back to France is what it is. But at least I get to tune in here.
Yeah, we're going to book you a permanent trip there, Max. You're living there now. Yep. I'm
good. I'd rather, I like it here. This is good. Trust me, this is where I want to be.
Yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. This is where I want to be too. And this is where you want to be because you got to hear about our sponsors. So, first and foremost, a big shout out to AGON by AOC, the #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. AGON by AOC provide best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs.
Power up your game with the latest HyperX gear at Officeworks. When you need speed, control, and zero distractions, Officeworks has got the tech. Discover gaming gear made to handle serious play.
Yeah, big shout out to them, and there's that. A big shout out to Indomie, the noodle partner. Made with high quality flour and selected ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie mee goreng. Oh, you're going to take some? Well, certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au. It's a shame you can't grab that right out of the screen, Max. I know I would too. Just gotta love it.
I would be.
Indomie. I'm hungry now.
It would have been nice. I am kind of hungry. Haven't had dinner yet.
Let's see how our standings are shaping up.
Hold on, Matt. These look different a little bit than before. Yeah. This is Division 1 now, not Group A. I'm seeing 4 teams in here that weren't in here before. What's exactly going on?
What is happening here? These teams, where have they come from? Where did they go? Certainly not Cotton Eye Joe, but we do have a bit of a shake-up now, obviously with some, divisional madness here. We've managed to shake things up and have some of our top competitors playing it out in Division 1 now. As you can see, our standings are looking absolutely peak. There's not much difference between all of the teams respectively at the moment. Like, UNSW and QUT are on top. Go on, you go for it.
Well, I'm just saying, that's what happens when you take the top 4 teams from what was Division A and what was Division B and slam them together and turn it into Division 1. That's the direction that this competition goes right now. It's sort of like, I don't want to say the English Premiership League. I think it's actually the, is it the Norwegian League that does something similar to this? I don't know. I'm not up to date on all the FIFA soccer things, but yes, we have taken top 4 teams from each pool, put them together in one, and all 8 of these teams, Matt, have already qualified for the playoffs.
Yeah, so let's check out how things are on the other side in Division 2 now. As you can see, we've got a whole other set of competitors here, and much like before, everyone's in pretty close proximity to one another. RMIT just edging through on top there, but the rest is pretty close across the board. Like, it's very similar wins and losses there between UTS, UNSW, HAL, UQ, Corey Scarlet, Monash V3. And on the bottom side there, you got Swinburne and UONB. But any of these games coming forward can shake things up. Anybody could end up in first or second place, respectively, at the end of today.
Yeah, I mean, it could go a lot of different directions, of course, for Division 2. The name of the game is the traditional get top 4 to make playoffs. Yes, that does mean we'll have a 12-team playoff. Yes, that does mean the top 4 teams back over Division 1 get an automatic bye to the quarterfinals. But for these guys, this division, it is all about survival. And when you have so many teams sitting on 2 and 5 wins going into it, yeah, I'm expecting competition to be quite fierce in that second division.
Yeah, I think it's going to be absolutely intense, just like this first match right now. We are going to be jumping into Deacon taking on UNSW Raw. Feel that power, feel the roar as we jump into our rosters right now. Who do we have?
I mean, it's the classic UNSW Roar, the undefeated squad, the defending champs. They haven't changed their roster in what feels like 2 years. Tadagane, Zenulus, and Steve. A beautiful mixture of, I guess, veteranship mixed with, some current RLCS grinders in Tadagane. And against them is Deacon, a team that I'm happy they made Division 1, but I feel like this division might be a struggle for them.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough battle, isn't it? But excited to see how they go because it's a time to prove themselves, and see if they have what it takes to take this to the very top, as we are going to be on top of this first game right now in 2. This best of 5 endeavor, everybody, and going to be a Zen to take charge here. Going to try and edge it over the side, looking to collide. It's going to be all good so far.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, we can talk about, you know, UNSW, and I think we might be as they start to score in this game. But if I'm looking out the other side, if I'm looking for that upset, eyes are on Scythe. Dude is a pretty great ones player, has had some moments, but yeah, shots like that, pinches off the roof from Steve, finds the bump on the tail end as well. You can see already New South Wales, they're in form. What a redirect off the backboard for the 1-0 lead.
Yeah, just great calculative nature coming through from Taragane there, setting themselves up for victory. Not going to be contested really by Deacon at all. So a strong start with 25 seconds. See if they can follow it up off the kickoff here. They already keep it towards the midfield and yield a bit of pressure upfield again.
They did a bit, Bluey, no boost, but with a bit of help from a demo actually will create some space. Zen, though, ever patient on that back line, does get cut off by Scythe with a nice pass. Fauna a little bit behind on that play, was looking for the top bin, but I liked the aggressiveness from Scythe. I liked the opportunity they were trying to create. And no, Bluey! It was an open net, can't find the ball. And that's 2 missed opportunities in the past 10 seconds. Realistically, Deacon's got to hit those if they want a chance of this series.
Yeah, they need to lock in those shots, otherwise they could be locked out of this game. Unfortunately, with it being a best of 5, there's still more opportunities going forward here. But for now, we got to see a Zen going straight for it. Blocked off to the side there. Tata's following it up. Oh, they're locked out though.
Yeah, he went way too slow, wanting to do something a bit more flashy. Saw one defender was at net, but I don't think Tata recognized that they had no boost, so was going to go for a flick or a fake. It doesn't matter because they'll hit the next attempt either way. 2-goal game, and we're not even 2 minutes in.
Yeah, so far so good. They're just locked out and locking it in, slowly trickling their leader forward. Deacon just seemingly on the back foot for now. Like UNSW doing a great job to dictate the pace of the game right now. And Deacon is still trying to figure things out.
It's kind of going, unfortunately, the way one could predict this series could go. Although Scythe, there you go, found the pass. Follow-up was there from Bluey. And again, it's Scythe making plays for Deacon.
Yeah, great way to slice their way into the game as well. So it'll be a Bluey to work that one out there and close the gap between them to only a 1-goal game as we stroll into the kickoff here. And Tata, he's charged forward straight to their enemy though. Corner waiting. Steve on the wall here. Not going to be able to stall it out for too long, but at least gives their team time to charge up for a second. Or not.
Yeah, Bluey actually is just going to go all the way, and I'm a little bit surprised at the lack of defense. We now have a tie game. Watching this one back, Zen just bit of an awkward spot trying to play shadow defense, but it's more on Taragane, I feel like, out of the corner. Too much trust in the teammate, which I can't be too critical of because you're supposed to trust your teammates, but the end result was still a goal against them.
Yeah, still going to be a goal ahead and ready. Spread their reach one step further here. Steve to bounce over the top of this one. Ready, waiting, lighting their way forward. Good hit from Zen there. Still keeping it on the corner. Side though, looking to take control. Get all their boosts to this one. So their teammates are going to have to take the mantle here if they want to maintain this.
Have to find something to break this deadlock, but at the moment it will be New South Wales on the hunt. Zen from the roof just goes straight for the net. Fauna's got the backboard read. Taragane as well bumped off the play as Steve, didn't want to commit on the backflipping, so they're going to give up possession. Awkward touch from Zen. Scythe near punish. Deacon, they are very opportunistic right now, Matsy, and that's going to be the key to winning this series.
Yeah, take the opportunities when they arise. Keep your eyes on the prize, respectively, and to see who will rise up and claim it. Was the tail end of game one here as we've bypassed the halfway point and might even take it further. Close one there. Steve, good with the epic save, but they're going to have to shave a few more off just like that if they want to get ahead themselves.
The fake was brilliant. The defense a little bit sketchy, but realistically, Bluey's got to finish that play. Again, the opportunities have been there for Deacon, and they've converted on a couple, but this game should be more heavily in Deacon's favor. They've had more true scoring chances, and I'm a little bit surprised to say that right now. Every minor mistake New South Wales has made, there has been a blue car there, so we'll see how this continues. Another great 50 from Fauna, gets behind Steve. Bluey goes for the pass instead of the shot, and Fauna was not ready for it. They might get punished here. Tadagane doesn't finish the play, instead misses the shot. This game is on a platter for Deacon right now, Matsy, and they just don't want to eat. They're on a diet or something.
Yeah, I think maybe they're having a calorie deficit for the moment, you know, looking to fast for the next minute or so we can start our endeavor towards a 20-minute OT. I think they know me well. That's exactly what I want. But is it what they want? That will be dictated by the next few moments here. The pressure builds up field. Fornog almost good for it. Just have to wait a moment longer, though.
Smart play from Tadagane. I don't like the spacing. Steve is someone who plays forward, so Zen stays back, fixing the rotation from the New South Wales side, but still, usually you expect New South Wales to be winning these 1v1 battles, and more often than not, it was going Deacon's way, but now with 30 seconds remaining, Deacon, they're in a bit of trouble. On their own backboard, Steve gets beat. Tata is there. Straight into Bluey, though. Zen has to slow it down, does so, forces Scythe forward, but Scythe wins the 50. Last attack, it's going to come from the blue side. That demo saves the shot from Fauna. Now a pass to Tadagane. Shots on, not in. Bluey's got the save.
Save and ready to engage again. Let's see. They can manage it here as the time almost runs its course. Still up in the sky, though. Opportunity to rise up if they lock it in. Not today. And so, the beginning of paradise. OT, baby. Here we go.
OT, hopefully it's not a blink you miss it situation. No, we're good. Things looking to settle down in that corner. Equal shots going into this overtime, and that is not a stat line I would have expected coming into this one. 8 shots apiece, but realistically, the more threatening ones have come from the blue side. It's got to find that one golden touch, that one more opportunity. Tadagane misses the touch in the corner. Scythe pops it up, but Steve's already there. Watch out for Zen in the middle. Steve will try to get it to Tadagane. Now it would be it would be Zen pushing forward. But Zen rotated all the way back, gives up the space. Don't think they had the boost. Now they challenge. But realistically, this is a good position for the New South Wales side.
Yeah, good position. Good start there, and they can look to work some magic. Warner good to at least clear out for the time being here. Still got their eyes on the prize. We can rise up slowly,
there
steadily. No, not today.
That was a good save. The pressure, though, still mounting, and again, we find ourselves in the corner. Credit where it's due, though. The Deacon defense has been resolute, but the question is, how long can they last? New South Wales has been very cagey on when they take their shots. They're definitely trying to bait somebody out of position, and while it's been working, eventually the nerves, the overtime, you expect something to crack on the Deacon side. Steve, again, it's a baiting touch. Scythe went for it, but with Bluey following up, they actually get the pass. Can they get the clear? Zen all the way back, ready for it. New South Wales, it was a bit of a half commit, so they don't wind up with the goal. Instead, they reset from midfield.
Yeah, reset. See if they have zero regrets here. Demo comes through as well.
Nice
so
fake.
far, so good. More to follow from there, Max, as well. Looking to have a taxing approach here.
Oh, Steve's in trouble. Steve's in a lot of trouble, but Zen was able to rotate back, so even if it got past him, the ball was safe. Now Zen wanted Steve, instead gets beat by Scythe, and Tadagane a bit too close. I'm starting to see frustration maybe on the New South Wales side. They're a bit over eager, a bit too tight. I expect they're going to try to force the issue, but with that demo, that's going to do it. Bluey throws it back, punishing the tight rotations with a well-timed demo. Well done, Deacon. They take game 1.
Oh, well done, well played. It's just superb, Max, isn't it? Just fantastic stuff coming through from our squadrons here. Deacon exceeding all expectations there, taking away the first and bursting in with a flurry of confidence. You got to give him a pat on the back, honestly. Well done. Hat
trick for Bluey, which is amazing to see. Yeah. A couple assists about, I mean, again, I love the setups we were seeing from Scythe early, love the demo late, and it just goes back to the opportunistic nature. The moment we notice New South Wales is starting to tighten their rotations and leave themselves a bit more exposed, that's when the demo clear comes through. It was just a smart play at the right time. Well done, Deacon. And this feels like, quite honestly, going back to last semester, the first time we have seen this UNSW Roar lineup challenged like this in a very, very long time. I mean, I'm even going back to the finals last year, and it didn't really feel like they were under this much pressure during that series. So very interesting start for sure. Deacon, they're kind of showing up right now. Can they keep that momentum going for 2 more games? We're about to find out.
Jumping straight into it now, and yeah, the UNSW roster looking immortal in the beginning of this series here. Whether that keeps up and will be tested. Oh my goodness! Oh, it's for real! It's not a dream! The first goal strolls right in.
I mean, almost the musty double. It would have been sick. Fauna still will put it in past 2 defenders. Not quite. It was almost the clippable moment. I don't think Deacon cares that much. They're happy with the W. They're happy with the goal. Now all they have to do is just more of that defense that we saw in the second half of game 1 and in that overtime. If they can continue to lock out New South Wales, continue to force them to make over-aggressive plays, it could be good things for the team in blue.
There can be good things, even great things, Max. As we jump in to 4.5 minute mark here. A good clearance from Steve there. Could be the setup they're waiting for. Bluey tried to pounce on it. Not going to be able to get the bounce this time. As it is Tatagane looking to pursue forward. Defense is already prepared for them though. So they have to rely on someone else. But today it's going to be cleaned out.
One thing to look prepared is another thing to actually be prepared. And I think that realistically is where Deacon has been shining right now. They haven't been baited into breaking their positioning. They haven't overextended at times. Oh, the double touch pass doesn't quite work out either. So now Scythe, with only 1 to beat, doesn't get the flick they wanted. But with the demo, should still keep pressure. Scythe for a pass. Fauna goes up for it, but was too far back. And that's going to be a change of possession. Bluey, though, will be able to make the save.
Yeah, we'll be able to shave it through, get the save there. Maybe not for long. Steve, ready, waiting. Skates their way forward. A 0 booster, 0 problems. They do it for the 2-time though. Zen be around the outside, waiting for their time here. 100 boost in a dream. They can storm ahead of this one. Let's see how it goes now as they continue to relentlessly pursue this goal.
Yeah, I mean, they're putting a lot of shots on target, but they're not overextending. It's just sort of peppering the defense, maybe hoping for a mistake. It's not going to happen, but as you can see, the priority was keeping 2 people back, making sure the counterattack doesn't come back to punish them. Missed touch from Zen gives Bluey a 50 that they lose out to Tatagane, but the bump afterwards opens the door for Fauna. Awkward touch, though, can't get it past midfield. So we are seeing the patience from New South Wales, actually. They're not overextending like they did before. It hasn't been a perfect game from Deacon. There's been a lot of weird missed touches. There's been a lot of little mistakes. It's now New South Wales, I think, kind of waiting more for them and then looking to punish. Case in point, there is your goal.
There's your goal, ready. Stroll with more. So 1-1, almost at the halfway point here. Gonna be satisfied with that result for the moment. See if it.
And that was just a case. And that right there was just a case of I don't think Bluey and Fauna were on the same page. Bluey pushes it forward. Only place for the attacker to then go is midfield, but Fauna was not back in position in time to realistically deal with the threat. Hold the thought. Deacon takes the lead right back.
Fantastic work, you know, just as soon as they lost it, they managed to bring it all the way back to the top. So, well done to them and theirs for staying on top of things again and staking their claim to even further beyond. But it's time to go even further beyond right this second. As the demo comes through in the midfield there, Tatagane looking to just bypass their enemies. They almost set that up themselves.
Yeah, Bluey's got to calm down a little bit. All right, I know you're blue on the blue side, but that doesn't mean you put it in the blue goal. Fortunately, it did come off the post. Scythe. Oh, what tries to get the pinch with Fauna. That just looks awkward. Now Bluey's alone with no boost. Has to play it forward. A good beat here should be a goal for New South Wales. Yet, a no boost challenge from Bluey keeps the ball safe for now. Fauna has to do the same. And the Deacon defense, I mean, they're holding on for now. Scythe throwing it forward will find, well, no teammates because of the bump. Bluey has to pass back instead. New South Wales starting to get a lot more physical, and it is making Deacon look shakier and shakier.
Shaken, not stirred, though. Will be holding her firm onto this one, and good to go for more here. Warner holds back for now. Tata ready to try and set it up, but it's going to be Fauna waiting patiently on the back side of things now. Ready and waiting for what's to come here. Steve is good to propel forward. Do have enemies that are trying to stall them. They succeed at least the first hurdle, but there's still more work to be done on both sides to get a commitment here.
Still just trying to find what they need. Scythe. Reset. Backboard. Not there. Tadagane is going to go midfield with it. Caught by Fauna. Doesn't have the finishing touch. Zen instead now wants to go corner. Scythe plays the patient game. Muscling it through. Gets a bump on the defender. Oh, but Fauna's too far back, having to avoid the bump from Zen. Both teams getting physical. New South Wales, though, final minute. They're going to get desperate here trying to force a play, I reckon. Expect to see those tight rotations once more. Scythe stops the backward pass from setting up.
Yeah, stops them in their tracks there and ready. Try and crack forward with more on the horizon. As there's just over 30 seconds now. Good clearance from the Raw. Ready to go for more here. They stole it back one more time, Max, but if the Raw can do something more here, it may just be able to tie it up again.
That they might. 20 seconds to go. Bluey throws it down. Going for the next shot off the backboard. Scythe there waiting. Actually tries to get underneath Steve, but despite the pre-jump, Steve was able to find it. 10 seconds. Last attempt for New South Wales. Oh, it's an awkward backboard read, but no one there to punish. Steve instead wants to find a pass. Tadagane boost opposite corner. Won't get a chance this time as the lob shot throws it to Zed. 0 seconds. One more defensive save needed, but Tadagane is going to have a chance with the ball. They go corner. Steve midfield, no boost. Ball gets pushed side to side. It's Zen who has to take the shot, and they do! Connecting for the equalizer on 0 to go.
Oh yeah, baby! This is Rocket League, and they lock it in on the buzzer beater there. 2 for 2, ready to pull through for a 20-minute OT. Let's get down to the kickoff now and see who can claim their victory.
Yeah, second overtime in a row for these two teams. Steve gonna pop it up, but it's Zen with the boost. He's the one you gotta be wary of right now, as, well, Scythe gets past one, but not past the second. Tadagane into the corner. That's another setup. Now Zen goes forward. It was a shot, but Bluey was there. Good touch gets it back to the other side as well, and I'm seeing two players from Deacon start to push forward. Bluey has to rotate back, but there's no corner boost for either him or Scythe. No resources for Deacon, and yet somehow New South Wales doesn't immediately recognize it. Now they push, but the resources have been gathered. Doesn't matter with demos. That's going to be a goal. No, it's post not in.
Oh my god! It's a wonder how they managed to slip that one by, but you know what? The sirens will not sound yet. We still wage war and play on. Bluey looking to see if they can cut it off though. Zen good for the clearance. Force the regroup for the moment. Deacon are just as prepared though. You have that second line of offense and almost a third. They hurt their way in. Oh, it's the way. They will take away game 2 now in their favor, and they're already on a series point.
I don't know if Steve got stuck on the post or just took an awkward launch off the backboard. It was hard to see from that replay angle, but either way, the challenge that should have been won by Steve, or at least the defensive touch that should have been found, it winds up behind him, and then it's just a numbers game. 2v1 goes Deacon's way. 2 wins now for the Deacon side, up 2-0. Granted, we're still seeing fight from the Roar team, and that 0-second goal from Zen was pretty special, so we know this team has fight in them. I don't know, Matt. Like, while things look good for Deacon right now, Roar is typically that team that you do not count out until they are done.
Yeah, don't count them out until they are absolutely down, you know. Even if they are looking a bit wounded at the moment, there's always a way back for them. You can't afford to get complacent against a team like this one. So, very excited for what's to come out of this series. You know, will it all be done and dusted in 3 games there? Will we go even further beyond? The pressure really is on UNSW Raw right now to try and find that opening.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shocking position for UNSW to be in. We'll see if they can get through. Like, don't get me wrong. Every team can be beatable at any moment, I think, in this Division 1. But a 3-0 against the defending champs. Oh, no, the kickoff. It is still good. Recovery from Scythe after the bump. Watch this again. It looked like Bluey accidentally saved it when getting in Steve's way, but finds the pass to Scythe. They get the goal. It could be happening, Nancy. We could be seeing the upset.
Oh, we're going all the way with it right now, Max, and I love it. Max power, max passion, and max capabilities from all of our rosters here. But let's see who can gain the control this time around, as Deacon are riding that momentum all the way home.
They are so far. Here we go. Backboard touch. Oh, Bluey. Could have gone deep with it. Instead, accidentally put it right back into Tadagane. So pressure stays for New South Wales. Zen is a shot on, but it was a double commit from the defense. Scythe has to get back to the backboard. Zen was already there. Still Scythe finds the read, finds the pass, and pressure gets alleviated for now.
Yeah, good for the time being. Will it stay good? It's going to be a test for them. They hold it together. Ooh, yeah, close one. And there it could be, but no! Again and again, they hold on.
There's just no power behind the shots right there, despite the beats that New South Wales was getting. Like, those should have been goals, it feels like. However, the angle a bit too tough for Zen to hit with a strike. That is insane, Tadagane!
Oh my word. All tied up, one apiece right now, and looking to do all that and even more. A very tight corner to cut through, but they deliver when it counts. So, all tied up, 3:56. Will it change? Mixing it up now towards an even deeper part of the time here.
Again, if you know, that power slide Tadagane pulled, it looked like at the end to just get that extra. But it was a wave dash into the ball to get the increased power for that shot, which is why he came at it so fast and threw the defense off. That was sick. I don't know if you replicate that shot 9 out of 10 times, Sada. But then again, it's Tadagane in AEL. He'll always pull off crazy things like that. Either way, yes, tie game. Here we go. 3:22, still on the clock. Fauna looking for Scythe. They connect, but Bluey has to go opposite side for the boost. Now they will challenge, but lose out again to Tadagane, who has Steve, has Fauna on the backboard. New South Wales, they're in control of this position.
Yeah, looking solid for the moment. They've managed to get that control and looking to seek out further ways to stroll forward from here. But at the moment, defense are going to be vigilant, just holding them at bay. Steve's trying to bypass. Scythe good for it. Keeps the ball in play a little longer here. So, doing a good job to just stall some of that momentum and not allow them to gain any further control here.
That's going to be the name of the game. Oh, good read from Steve. Just stops the pass before it happens and will be the one leading the charge back the other way. Doesn't quite get to the ball, though, before the corner. Allows the defense some time to get a bit more properly set up for Deacon. Scythe does come out on top on the 50, but the faster player is Zen, who slows it down. Now looking for the pass on the middle. Bluey has no boost. This should and is a goal. Tadagane takes the lead.
Well done. Well disciplined. On to that one, my man. And it's going to be more where that came from as UNSW Raw get back on top of things here and are looking to seek out whatever they can at this point. Let's see if they can do it. And again, to the next kickoff now. They will get a slight inkling towards the opponent's side of the field, but it's not for long at all.
Oh, that actually could be a shot. Zen ready for it, though. Just a bit more proactive defense. And, yeah, a lot of the mistakes that we're seeing from New South Wales before, like, hasn't really been happening. They're staying wider apart. They're winning a lot of the 50s and, you know, just being the faster team to the ball more often than not, which was their biggest deficit in Game 2 in particular. So it does feel like New South Wales has finally settled. We will see if this continues. Again, winning 3 in a row. Well, it's a little bit difficult even for the best, but a 1-goal lead, looking like the stronger team. It does feel like momentum has shifted in this series. Surprised Steve doesn't hit that shot, actually. So a little bit of a reprieve for Deacon off that one.
Yeah, good for the moment. Let the ball bounce in over the top. Ooh, almost locked in. Fauna good to at least lock it out, though. Zen trying to keep it upfield here. See if they can shield their team long enough to recuperate. Only works out temporarily. Zen was good for that pass. Will be a little way there, though. And Bluey going to be one to try and hold back in the back line.
That's what they're trying to do, at least. Scythe, though, goes straight into Zen. Still a minute to go, and it feels like the past minute leading up to the final minute, it has all been New South Wales attack from that midfield, just controlling the tempo. But now Scythe may have found the gap. Bluey looking for the bump, doesn't find it. And Fauna was not in position to challenge Tadagane, so it comes back the other way. Tadagane wants backboard, double touch, not in. Fauna now. Midfield defender to try to beat, winds up straight into Tadagane instead. 42 seconds. I feel like Deacon, I don't know if they'll get that one last chance with how controlling New South Wales has been. That shot's not in.
Yeah, not in this time. Maybe they can get it done next time as they will take it slow and steady heading towards the final mark here. UNSW Raw, if they keep up like this, they will be able to find at least a game back, or they can take it even further. It's all going to be up to these last remaining moments. Deacon pressures on to try and deliver, try and redeem here.
Oh no.
Be over and out. Oh my days.
I mean, it doesn't result in a goal, but you've just lost all your chances for the counterattack, it feels like, after that one. Scythe still keeping it up, but yeah, New South Wales, they can just control the midfield, wait for the ball to hit the ground. New South Wales wins that out. Panic defense at the end cost them those final 10 seconds, but overall, New South Wales was the faster team, and they deserved that Game 3 win.
Yeah, a well-deserved victory there. And very eager to see what else they can do, heading forth into the next portion here. As our teams prepare themselves for game number 4, you know, I thought maybe it would be a 3-game series instead of going all the way, but no. I love the turnaround.
I mean, I'm not shocked if this turns into a reverse sweep, Matsy. Again, I just, with how talented the New South Wales lineup is, it's like what I was saying before after game 1 and game 2. You can beat them a couple times, but to actually put them down and out, it's always going to be a challenge. And now the squad is warmed up. We're in game 4. This is typically when you would like to imagine teams are now hitting their peak. I just see this one going to chance field. From there, anything can happen, but we'll see. I mean, that's a good start from Scythe. Oh no!
Oh, that's a great start if I've ever seen one. Waiting patiently and just a play straight off it.
What?
Zen getting absolutely bypassed in every way there. So incredible work from a Scythe out of that one.
That was... We have a sticky moment. I mean, granted, it wasn't, you know, a overtime world's knockout blow, but that still was awkward from Steve. Here we go. 43. I think New South Wales just likes to make it harder for themselves. I think that's what they like to do in these type of positions. Yeah. Shot of Gade now. Put another shot on. Read by Scythe. Steve, maybe a bit of redemption. Gets it a bit more centered. Fauna. No, it's Zen who gets there first, and we're tied once more.
Yeah, tied 1 apiece now. And only going to get closer from here in this tug of war between these two teams as we jump in to the next kickoff here. Let's see which team has a stroke of luck to get a kickoff goal.
I don't think this hasn't really been a kickoff goal series, to be quite honest. Oh, almost cast our cursor. But as I said, it's not a kickoff goal series, Matsy. So we're good for now.
So far.
We're good for now. So far. Well, this series, all right. I don't know about future series, but this one, not so much.
You never know till you know, but we're going to give it a go into the next portion now. Scythe pushes straight up alongside their teammate. A good counteraction from Zen. They have open field here to try and lock it in. Bluey good on the defense. Tata trying to run it back though, but it's going to be pushed out offside.
Pushed out momentarily. Scythe trying to create something. As Steve reset, tries to go down for it. Has a nice little pinch, but realistically, it wasn't quite hard enough. So Scythe, oh, it doesn't get the touch. Could have been a shot. And both teams right now a little bit slower than they'd like. That's a beautiful pass. Defense ready for it, though. Tadagane with the demo. Should have been a power play, but good work from Bluey to get it back to the opposite side.
Yeah, great work from them and theirs there. Ready for whatever gets thrown at them, really. And very eager to see what else they are going to be forced to adapt to here. Hold it down on the 3-minute mark here, Steve. Good to just stall them for a second longer. You know, the more time they can buy, the better here. But both teams need to access that goal to get ahead by at least 1 in the meanwhile. And no one's been able to find that slither of hope, that opening to really garner that opportunity yet.
It hasn't been found just yet. This has been a very cagey game. I mean, look how far away every single player is from each other right now. Nobody wants to be that one making the mistake. They're content to play at the faster pace, but a bit of long ball. It's just a lot easier to not make any unforced errors when you start to play this style. I do like Fauna going for a bump on the tail end, but there was zero chance that would turn into attacking pressure. Right idea, wrong time, maybe, and now they could have been in trouble. Fortunately, they were able to rotate back. Let's get New South Wales a little bit closer, though. Steve Wants to slow play into Fauna, sets up Bluey, who doesn't corral the ball in time. So Zen finds Steve instead, and that's the 2-1 lead for New South Wales.
Nicely done. UNSW are going to be pushing ahead all over again. They're back and back in a big, big way. So, get to see what else they can do. And now, as we jump back in action here, the kickoff right around the corner, and they are ready to weather the storm.
2-1 lead, and moments. You know, this game so far, at least game 4, has been, you know, a couple of moments, but we haven't seen too many on Deacon. Even their one goal was a bit of an own goal situation. So I am getting more and more concerned the longer the series goes that Deacon, they may have run out of gas, unfortunately, at the final hurdle. We'll see. There still would be another game after that, assuming they don't get the goal in the final 100 seconds. But I don't know. It just feels very cool, calm, and collected from New South Wales at this stage of the match.
Yeah, it feels very calm for the moment, you know. Peaceful, feeling almost at a zen. But see if that is going to maintain. Heading towards the last minute here as the demos heat things up in a big way. Zen now trying to redirect it back towards their enemies so they can set up the offensive pressure. And they're succeeding for now, but that can go badly just as quick.
So Zen, corner, boost collected. Tries to go midfield, but it's caught by Bluey instead. Bumps from behind. Trying to get it across to Steve, looking to stay with that play. Ball falls down right into Scythe. Fauna is so far back that, yeah, it does force Bluey to make the tight rotation. Now Fauna able to push forward. Oh, it's set up perfectly for them, but the shot was too tight. Yeah, it was just an awkward approach all around. Fauna got there a little bit too quickly. They felt like they had to rush because they were pushed so far back, and now, with 35 seconds remaining, Eakin, was that their last chance in game 4?
Ooh, is this their last chance, their last hope? You know, it's all going down to the wire on this one. All will be decided by these last critical moments. Will we see it go down to OT? Will it all move on in game 4 to a full 5-game series here? Everything is possible, and time to prove it is now, as only seconds remain. Deacon desperately trying to fight forward, give it their all here, Max, but it could be over and out just as quick.
Yeah, we're going to Champs Field. I mean, the defense was ready for it. All 3 were back. It was just a lot of pot shots, but too disciplined on the New South Wales side. We're going to Champs Field, and I can't say I am surprised. Every game, New South Wales has looked stronger than the last, and we are now in that position where one more to do it for the reverse sweep, which would be, again, not the start I would expect from New South Wales, but if any team would get a reverse sweep, it would be this one.
Yeah, it just shows their veterancy, their discipline coming true into this one and being put on a full showcase. So, very eager to see more where that came from heading into the rest of the endeavor here, because, you know, they started slow, but it looks like they've got enough in them to try and have a good crack at winning the race.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I mean, all you need is a couple, you know, opportunistic touches from Deacon like we saw at the start, and maybe they can get themselves back in it. Maybe they can still stave off this flurry, this comeback. We'll see as everybody does hit the field. Here we go. Champs Field on our first series back. You can't ask for much more than this. Deacon trying to get the upset. New South Wales trying to restate why they are the top team in this league. Only one will come out on top, and it's Deacon at first, but they can't finish the shot.
Ooh, can't finish it yet. Maybe shortly. They will hold it back for the moment. Agane and go! Start the show swinging!
Oh, what a shot right there coming from Steve. I mean, it was set up midfield nicely, but the hardest part of that shot probably was avoiding Tanagane, to be honest, to get into position to find the strike, but they're able to do so. 1-0 lead, good dish, better finish, and just like that, New South Wales one step closer to that reverse sweep.
Yeah, one step forward, taking it all the way back here. We'll hold it back for the moment, and close for another attempt here. Will we fend it off temporarily? Tata trying to re-engage into it as well, just playing very closely. Tight pursuit here. Do have Zen to try and back them, however.
Zen wants to go to the backboard and does so. Gonna miss stuff from the first shot. Zen will now go opposite corner. Someone's got to be there. No one's there. It's Fauna instead with that deep clear. Zen rotating back, but so too is Tanagane. So 2 defenders off that back wall. And yeah, Zen will now move it forward. And it really feels like New South Wales, they've learned over aggression is what punished them at the start. And they are so far back, so passive, that even when things look like they're open now, there's still somebody behind it somehow, some way, as we saw at that last shot. I haven't seen anything from Deacon that tells me they can get around this sort of approach. And until we do, obviously, New South Wales is going to be in control of this game.
Yeah, they're going to continue to have a tight grip over it, right? You know, they're dictating the plays, dictating the pace time and time again. Deacon desperately need to find a resurgence, a response back quicker than they could even imagine. We'll be stuck in the midfield for now. Fauna trying to yield a result here. Push it up. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, it was a good job to find the pass, but again, even then, beating 2 defenders, the third still is able to find the touch, and the problem is there's no follow-up. So much work has to be done by the first member, it feels like, from Deacon, and it's because, you know, again, of how far back New South Wales is playing, but Deacon as well, they need to be willing to take more risks. They need to be willing to challenge that second, that third touch, and they just haven't been fast enough to do so, and when they do, things like this happen. So Tautogane makes it 2-0, and New South Wales continue to tighten the grip.
Yeah, tighten the reins, 1 goal at a time here. Tautogane will be primed up and good to go. 2 minutes 44 remain. Deacon, can they fight back, tie it up 2 for 2, or go even further beyond? Or will UNSW Raw continue to soar through the skies, rise up and send a goal down from the heavens?
And this one feels like the dagger for the series. Bluey had all the time in the world to try to line themselves up for that challenge and just could not read where Zen was going, which unfortunately for Deacon happened to be straight into the net. So with that goal, it's a 3-0 lead. And just based on what we've seen so far this series, obviously you never want to call it now, but unless we see something drastically go wrong for New South Wales, they should be able to nurse this one home.
Yeah, they're looking confident as ever. I think they're in a good position, and Deacon seemingly have gone quiet. You know, they need to find their voice again. They need to go for those goals and display the utmost confidence. But that gets displayed now. The chances are dwindling by the second.
Yeah, they really are, and I just haven't seen the change in Deacon's playstyle, unfortunately. As soon as the adjustments were made from New South Wales, they solved the puzzle, and now they're bearing the rewards. 4-0 lead. If we weren't sure before, we're definitely certain now. Just a great setup from Tautogane. Scythe's touch is awkward, and GG's. So 2 minutes to go, 4 goals required. A miracle and then some in this position.
Yeah, I think they're certainly establishing many levels of comfort, let's say. And Deacon are in desperate times right now. And it looks like they have had the call answered. Fauna finally locks in their first goal and closes the gap.
Yep. Fair enough. There's that opportunistic moment. We haven't seen one for a while, and it happens the first time we see, I guess, New South Wales kind of abandon their super deep approach to defense. Fair enough, keeping New South Wales honest for these final 100 seconds, and maybe that will ignite something on the Deacon side. Maybe we will start to see a bit more willingness to take risks. I mean, if not now, when? And yeah, 3 players in front of the midfield line. They are starting to push forward. Obviously, it didn't work out this time, but I do like Deacon's approach.
Yeah, I think they've found an answer, at least for now. Whether it's too little, too late is going to be dictated by the remaining moments here, but I like the direction they're taking this towards the end here. I don't know if it's going to be enough to bridge the gap, but they can certainly look to take it maybe slightly closer at a minimum.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of leaning on the too little, too late, 1 minute remaining. And even though, okay, they might be looking to finish strong, this isn't the series you walk away happy with. You had the #1 team on the back foot for 3 games in a row, and this is how it ends. It's a little bit frustrating for sure. New South Wales as well, I mean, they know they can play better than what we saw those first couple games. I'm glad they started to peak towards the latter half of the series. But realistically, this looks like the type of series you expect after a long break.
Yeah, they're back and they're ready to launch the attack and give it the best they can. 25 seconds to go here. Everything looking seemingly impossible for Deacon now as UNSW Raw soared into the skies and rose up to take this one for their own. Now, 10 seconds between UNSW Raw and the series, Max. How you feeling about it?
Well, I feel like New South Wales, despite not putting their best foot forward, sometimes just the talent will outweigh everything else. They're going to maintain that top team position. They survive the early opportunistic play from Deacon, and they continue, in a sense, back where they last left off, 1-0 on the second half of the, well, it's in second semester, I should say.
Yeah, fantastic work in the second half of the year here as they step into high gear on our first game day, and very keen for more exciting action just like this. You know, I don't know if anyone was expecting that to go all 5, but you know what? What a way to raise the bar high for the start of this half of the year.
Yeah, I mean, it was really good to see for Deacon, and again, they're going to be frustrated, they're going to be disappointed, but at that same token, can't take away the fact that they took it to the number one team, 2 overtime wins, actually, which is always special in and of itself. Yes, they didn't win out the series, but might have to reevaluate where I put Deacon in my own internal power rankings.
Yeah, I think they've made some strides there, Max. Some great strides, if you will. And I'm hopeful that they can continue to prove themselves going forward into some of the future games, you know? I hope we see them again soon, because they definitely have made some good work. But speaking of good work, we got more teams to work out, and we are going to be getting their game set up right on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back very soon. Welcome back, everybody, to the AEL University Elite Series. We got Series 2 right here, right now, with UTS taking on Macquarie Scarlet in a best-of-5 endeavor. I'm so keen to dive right in.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. We're now going to Division 2. We're taking a new look at the UTS lineup as they have had a bit of a roster swap going into the second half of the year. And Macquarie Scarlet, a team that you would like to hope and believed is coached and mentored by the Onyx side, the defending finalists from last year. But realistically, this team, they struggled a bit that first half of the year. So we'll see how they bounce back. This is going to be a very interesting series, Matsy.
Yeah, I'm very interested myself in how they're going to play here tonight. I think that, all the excitement is built up from that first series, and it's going to carry forward into this one as well. These teams are going to give it their absolute best, and it's going to be fantastic. We're going 5 games again. And you know what? If we could make it 6, we would. We'd go 6 games. But no, we're going all 5 tonight, Max, and I'm so ready.
Bold statement coming out, trying to manifest it and see what could happen. Here we go as we get our first. I'm excited to see this UTS lineup again. I believe this was the squad that played in the open series as we watched them crash into each other to start it out right away. That's okay, but it will be fun to see what they look like and how well they match up against a elite series lineup that is also only one half of a year in.
Yeah, Open Series winners now moving up into the bigger time here. We'll see how they go. Moving into this one as Paradox. Now looks to take aim up high. I like how they're just waiting vigilantly here, but they don't even need their teammate. Paradox gonna do it all on their own.
I mean, yeah, Paradox doing it all on their own. It definitely seems to be the motive of this team, at least for the first 40 seconds. That's the first impression I got. They were kind of bumping teammates out of the way to get to the play, going for solo efforts to score that goal. UTS is looking like the Paradox show, and, well, if that's going to be something that maintains itself, I highly doubt it. You do need all 3 players to step up in the Elite Series if you want to find consistent victories, but a strong start nonetheless for UTS.
Gonna be all good for the moment. Take it slow, take it easy. Good hit from Dave there. Be fended off. Good to pressure forward for UTS now. And coming around the corner is Koji here. Demoed out. Paradox in the back line. You at least have the teammates to rely upon there. And stall things and go for some demos of their own here.
Gonna bring it back. Here we go. It's a 2-car attack, and with a bump on Esper, a pass down to Paradox, it won't result in a goal this time. In fact, it will be going all the way back the other way. Dave is gonna flick it up. Kenko doesn't connect with Koji. We just continue kind of from one corner to the other. Midfield clear back to the other side, and this is a very back and forth game, Matsy. Neither team has really done a good job in establishing midfield control.
Yeah, they've kind of been stuck a little bit there, haven't they? But for now, everything going to be A-okay. So we'll have the demo coming through from Esper there. Good defense from Austin as well. Clear it up for Dave and shave it right in. What a way to tie it up. 1 apiece now.
Well, watch this shot again. Beautiful pass. Just that felt very football-esque, what the right wing passes it to the midfielder, passes it to the left wing, who just takes that strike, and what a powerful strike it was. Tie game now, 1-1. Dave with a beautiful finish.
Yeah, superb work coming through there, and looking to capture more on the horizon as well. They will rise up. Oh my goodness, that was a close one, Max. But even if their heart skips a beat, they won't get it on repeat.
They'll get it this time. Paradox again trying to go solo, but the defense is able to slow them down halfway through game 1. It definitely looks like one team is a bit more fully pieced together than the other. Esper going to be pressured by Paradox, but got the flick. Kochi's going to turn to a shot. Good save from Dave. All 3 members demoed, actually, from the orange side, from Macquarie, and yet the goal is not found.
Not found this time. Do still have just over a couple of minutes to spare here. So either side can seek to get on top of this one or go to a 20-minute OT, but looks like they might just get on top of it right here, right now. Nice setup and nice layup there. as they do lock it down for 2.
Yeah, just too much attacking pressure. Dave is able to just push that one over the top. 2-1 lead. And we are starting to see a bit more consistency from the Macquarie side. I'm still very impressed with Paradox's play, but if we're looking at the more complete team right now, it definitely feels like Macquarie is playing a little bit stronger as a complete unit. However, I still want to see Koji step up, if for no other reason than for rocking the wildcard Fennec skin. You know, representing OCE, I appreciate that. Anime girl and all.
Gotta love it, don't you, my man? But
oh, I don't love that.
no, we don't love that. Maybe we love something else. But Austin will be sent down there. So good demo coming through. They look for more in the Paradox here. They try and force it down there, but it's not going to find much success at all.
They're just trying to come through the corner, but they're not fighting it. It's going to be King. Back over to Esper now. Trying to find some attacking pressure. Ball slowed down in the corner. Went outside instead of inside. I guess he was trying to bait defense around, but realistically, the own team wasn't ready for it, so it's a change of possession again. Paradox, good pass, but no one's there to find the shot, and that's kind of what I mean about UTS, just not on the same page. That pass was ideal, but no one was there to finish.
Yeah, no one there to finish it off at all, my man. So, be troublesome for UTS right now as Macquarie Scarlet maintain course, stay in the lead here. Unless UTS can get just one more goal through in these remaining 30 or so seconds.
Big ask. Very big ask. Esper. Oh, actually winds up with the ball in an open net. Whoa, they rushed the touch. It was open. But they were so concerned about just trying to get it down the field that they don't score the goal. There's been a lot of missed opportunities in this one. That one may have been the most egregious. Will it come back to punish them? 8 seconds the defense has to hold.
It has to hold, have to stay strong and feel the best possible things they can here. All still in play, but it goes down with a might. So, Macquarie Scarlet win the first fight, game 1 in their favor, and this series is only just getting started.
Yeah, very interesting first series right there. While I was super impressed with Paradox, Koji and Kiko, they need to find ways to get themselves a bit more involved, I feel like, at some key moments. UTS just has to come together as a team. Meanwhile, for Macquarie Scarlet, it's a little bit of a shaky start, but they were all able to get there in the end. I mean, I still can't help but think back to the past series, though, Matsy, because, like, again, first series back after the mid-year break. It takes a little bit to get back warmed up. I don't think we're going to be seeing any teams playing at full strength in games 1 or in games 2.
Yeah, I think that, you know, it's just kind of that warm-up period there. You know, they're taking it slow and steady, easing their way back into things. And then once they get back into the groove, they'll be able to move just like they used to, and maybe even better. So jump in into game number 2 now. Kickoff strong for Koji. Lock it in for the kickoff goal.
As I said, players might be a little bit rusty, like Dave. Just missing the ball. Esper as well. I think it was a fake to set up for Dave, but Dave didn't have the... I don't know. That was just a disaster class kickoff right there for Macquarie, and for the second game in a row, they concede the first point.
Yeah, very unlucky from them and theirs there, but UTS are going to be very happy with that. The redemption goal they needed to start the second game on top. And would start on a more positive path if they keep up like this.
We'll see. We'll see if they can keep that momentum in their favor. We'll be going to the backboard right now. Paradox hopping it up to go midfield with it. This Esper Wilco back corner, but Paradox already there. Looking for Kiko, but isn't going to be able to get Kiko that time. Oji straight to Dave, and we'll go back across the midfield line.
Yeah, straight back over the line, and good to go here. They hold it back for the time being. Ready to take this one a step further. Good tempos on both sides, though. Down to a 3v2 game, it would seem, and maybe more. They will just take it easy for the second. Now passing 4 minutes. Could be an opportunity. Koji, the patience pays off.
Yeah. Ball just falls right into their lap. This is Again, it was good work from Paradox, but realistically, Dave just awkward clear. Ball falls right in front of the net, and that is twice now. All right, look. Obviously, you need to be in the right place, right time, right, Matsy? But that is now twice where Koji has just had a goal kind of gifted to them. And you take those. You take those every day of the week. But we wanted to see Koji get a bit more involved. Koji has gotten more involved. In fact, give them a hat trick. No, Dave denies.
Denied at the gate, and oh my god! It's a triple threat there, Max. What a turnaround from game 1 here. UTS are on fire right now.
I would say that Macquarie is actually on fire, and not the good kind. It feels like everything is burning down around them.
Get the extinguisher.
I mean, yeah, awkward kickoffs, awkward own goals now. It's just the clear into the middle. Things are just not going good for Macquarie after such a strong, cohesive start. I mean, we're seeing high highs and lower lows. Fortunately, we're still pretty early in this series and in this season, but they got to really just recompose themselves from this point moving forward.
Yeah, got to hold on to their wits here and ready to give it the best they can at Kiko. Playing around, Koji locking it back again. Dave got on the epic save there, but there's going to be more assaults before them in a moment here. It's Kiko, good stoppage in mid. Koji ready for it as well. Not going to be able to bypass any further though. This could be the start of a comeback from Macquarie.
Oh, that's a big call. I'd like to see them get a goal first before I'm calling it the comeback. Realistically, this is the type of game that you almost want to write off and be like, okay, let's go next. As yeah, Esper swings and misses. Paradox slows it down. Great second. Paradox is kind of crazy. And you know what? Want to know a fun fact about Paradox? They are a graduate from our high school lead, and now they're pulling off passes like this to Koji, getting that goal. We've seen them do well in the high school league. We're seeing him excel right now in the Elite Series. This is good stuff.
Fantastic work coming through there. It will be 4-0. So UTS just powering ahead like absolute heroes for now. So if they can keep up like this, getting deeper into the piece. As Dave goes down. Here you go. Running the back line. Opportunity could rise up. They've already bypassed 2 players now. Can they be stopped?
Doesn't seem to be the case this time. Rather, well, it doesn't seem to be the case that they're going to score this time. Esper, another swing and a miss. Esper is just not connecting when they need to. Dave will save the goal, but it's only brief alleviation of pressure because already Macquarie is there. Another touchdown, diving save and triple commit. Yeah, Koji will get their 4th of the game. 4 goals now for Koji.
They can't stop, won't stop. They just keep stacking these goals one after the other here. I can't believe it. Fantastic work, but we are going to be jumping on to the next portion now. Just over a minute and a half to go, and let's see how they dictate the pace of the show now.
Oh, that would have been the play to get Esper back in it. He'd been struggling all game, creates a beautiful double touch opportunity, and then you just hear that dink noise, and you just it hurts. It's painful. It's just. This will be a good test. Is Esper the type of player who can, reset their mental after a rough showing? I want to believe so, because we saw how good they could be in that first game. We saw how good the entirety of Macquarie could be after that first game. But game 2, we wanted Koji, we wanted Kiko to step up. They both have. Paradox actually had 0 of the team's 5 goals. Now we're seeing the complete UTS team. Now we're seeing why this lineup is here.
Going to be proving themselves in a big way. First game was slow, but now they take it all the way to the top. And very excited for what else are going to be able to deliver now. As we head towards the tail end of this second game here. Macquarie, their hopes failed potentially a long time ago, but I'm sure they're going to be looking to run it back in game 3.
Yeah, I think they will be. I think they'll have to be. I mean, there's really nothing else you can do but bounce back after a game like this one. 5-0. Make it 6 as Kiko gets their second. Yeah, let's go. Come on. Chop, chop. Game 3 now. This one's cooked.
go next. Move on in another direction here. And see what they can do as jump in to the next one now. 13 seconds to go. 6 goals in a dream. Maybe they can make it from 6 to 7 or go further beyond, as it will be stuck in place here. Paradox waiting patiently. Koji, oh, there you go. They will be able to take the 7. Well done and well played.
I did the hand gesture, don't worry, but you couldn't see it either way. Yep. One last goal for the road. Finish it strong. Well done, UTS. Complete turnaround after game number 1. And it goes back to what I was saying before. Like, again, it's the first game back after the mid-year break. Teams are going to take a little while to warm up. UTS is now warmed up. 5 goals for Koji. And yeah, a couple may have been gifted, but not all of them. I think you take away the 2 gifts, they still earn that hat trick.
Yeah, they're sitting pretty right now, Max. You know, they're feeling good. They you know, had a shaky start in that first game, but they just surfed their way through that second one. I was very impressed by how they held themselves together. And yeah, I don't know. I'm hopeful that they didn't use all the gas up in the second game, because there's still more games to come.
Well, here's the thing, though. There was a lot of mistakes on the other side. You had Dave's own goal, Esper, a couple swings, misses. Austin didn't really have an impact. I don't think we said Austin's name once that last game, a bit unfortunately for them. So we know they can turn it back around. I'm definitely not writing this series off. It's just a case of a mental reset. And there you go. Hey, we were asking to see Austin. There's Austin 4 seconds in.
Yeah. Austin, a stoner cold with it with that first goal there. Well done to Macquarie to get back on the board.
Now that did not take long at all. So Austin's going to get one through. And just like that, maybe momentum shifting back. I mean, everything fell apart last game because of a kickoff goal. Maybe that's going to be the case here as well. Paradox now. What has the kid got? Some beautiful mech. That pass! It was there for Kiko, but Kiko didn't want it. So instead it's Koji who'll get the clear.
So we'll be able to find it this time, and maybe even another time. So stick back for the time being. Waiting patiently. 4.5 minutes just under to go here. Dave trying to clear it out. They are being hunted by Koji though. Good to at least pitch it off the wall there. Push it ahead. It gives them a moment's reprieve, but I mean, I don't know if it's really going to earn them much.
Earn quite too much just yet. We do see Paradox push it across midfield. It will wind up in the hands of Koji. Ball comes up. Koji swings. Koji misses. Dave. Midfield. Oh, okay. Kiko's there, but Austin keeps the pressure on. How does this blue side handle the defense? Will they get bumped for starters? Esper wins the race, but Dave. It wasn't the greatest pass to Dave, and Dave can't turn it into a shot.
They're not going to be able to turn it around this time. Just going to have to wait patiently. Moment longer here. Koji good for the hit. Will be cleaned out. Paradox. Good to follow up though. Good taps forward. Koji ready to set it up. Oh! It's in!
It's the chaos. It's Paradox standing tall. And I mean, this is similar to the first goal we saw this series. Just, you know, does a lot of work. Obviously, Koji helping with that bump just to keep the defense off balance. But yeah, Paradox looking very strong just as a player overall. And in Division 2, you have to wonder, is Paradox going to be that, you know, next star player in this league?
Yeah, will they be the one we've been waiting for? Find out here and now. Head to the 3-minute mark. Esper ready to spark up some momentum here. Good stoppage. Let's Dave follow it up. Paradox are going to take control for a second as well. So everybody playing hot potato with the ball right now.
I mean, Austin, I actually think Austin should have committed to staying in reverse right there. I think, you know what? Tried to do the half flip to get themselves back in control. Got him a little bit off balance. Just stick with the reverse play. Would have been fun. Doesn't result in a goal either way. Dave now. That's just a bit of a lobber. Gets some boost out of Koji, but not all of it, who has teammates, so they will save at least half the tank. But they don't use it correctly. Dave sets up Austin. No! How is that not in?
I can't believe it. It's gone a complete other direction there, Max, and looks like we're just going to have to wait a while longer to get it in, as it will be saved out again by Paradox here. So neither side able to take hold of it. As I say that again, a save for save for save, but now the opening is shut away.
Yeah, it looked like maybe a counterattacking goal. Not this time. Kiko leaves it for Koji, who, if they had any boost in the tank, probably turns that one into a goal. Instead, now Austin. Midfield flick to Esper. Dribbles it past the second. Gets the bump on the wall. Finish the play. This time, Dave hits true. And it's a 2-1 lead for Macquarie.
Well done, Macquarie now on top of things here. A minute and 50 to spare as they dare to venture forth and give it a much more power. So, let's see how they zoom through. Kiko, good hit, and they don't quit. All tied up, Max. We're back.
There was no one there. No one there. Both Esper and Austin rotated forward. You can't be doing that. You can't be. Someone's got to be prepared in case the kickoff goes wrong. If you both rotate forward, no one's. I get trusting your teammate, but if you trust your teammate, trust him to go a direction, and the other player rotates back. Just odd kickoff, and they get punished for it.
Yeah, will be punished accordingly there. Just as soon as there was a lead, it's now closed away. A minute and a half to go now. And either side could take this. Koji, hammered out by Austin. Paradox are waiting in the back line now, prepared to follow up with their teammate, Dave and Co, though. Ready to take the show in their own hands here.
Austin, nope. This Paradox has Kiko underneath. Not going to connect, not straight away. Dave wants to go to Kiko. Pops it up, but Koji is there. Koji off that sidewall. Esper to Austin. Yes, midfield. Here they come. Paradox tries to fall back. Ball falls into Koji's lap, but doesn't want to really commit to the challenge against Dave. Plays the patient game instead, and it nearly works out for him. Weird double commit, though, coming from the orange side as the ball is just not moving. It is stuck in this corner.
Yeah, it's put in timeout for the moment. Maybe it'll get out eventually once it's reflected on whether it wants to be a goal or not. But for now, we're still going to have to wait for that time to come. Paradox looking to force it over the top and lock it in. A third goal for UTS.
Yeah, who else but Paradox to come through with this one? It's just the wave dash down below to keep the momentum forward. Turns that into the strike. Well done. Every goal from Paradox has just been like very mechanical and very smooth. Like, they are a fun player to watch, living up to that Carmine Core skin for sure.
Absolutely. They're doing a great job so far, and the job's not even close to being done yet. So, let's see if they can fare and find more. 10 seconds to spare here. Macquarie desperately want to tie this up, and they might have a chance, but Paradox advances past it. Ball close, not close enough. The hopes further away. Still going to be up in the sky, though, still in play, but it's goodbye. Farewell, Game 3, UTS.
Yeah, UTS just, a bit more consistent with a lot of these shots on the tail end of the game. Good finish from Kiko right there. At the end, doesn't matter too much, but it's a nice momentum maintainer to move forward. So, yeah, it was a rough start for both these teams realistically. They've each had an oopsie kind of game, but UTS 2 in a row right now, momentum in their favor, and just need more consistency from Macquarie, Matsy. Like, they've been making some odd mistakes, the odd unforced error, and that's been what's costing them.
Yeah, just small mistakes there, making the biggest impact, and it's, going to be costing them in every way, shape, and form. But now, it's going to be 4 games ahead here. Going to be up to game number 4, and open the door on this one, see if it all gets tied up to a piece, or whether maybe over and out here and now. Macquarie Scarlet, this is your chance to redeem yourselves and go to game 5, or UTS. This is your chance to claim this series for your own.
Here we go, back-to-back trips to Champions Field. That would be fun, wouldn't it? I mean, when you purchase your Champions Field tickets, you want to get the most out of it. You want as many games there as possible. So we'll see if that's the case. Esper, though, that looked like game 2, Esper. Just completely whiffing the ball, unfortunately, and the punishment, it comes immediately. Kiko wanted to delicate drop it in. Wasn't able to find Koji this time around, so a couple little mistakes from both teams. First real shot, it's going to get saved by Austin.
They're going to be saved by them for now. See if they can change things up in a second here. They wait patiently for the time being. Hit upfield, Kiko. Ready and waiting around the back. Skate up past this one, Paradox. Good on the defense. Can follow up if Kiko ventures out here. Now looking to drop down. Not going to get a chance to hit it though, as you do see the regroup. Koji taking control, but not going to be able to further it.
Able to get it this time. Austin just runs it into Paradox. Underneath, good bump from Kiko. Paradox stays patient. Waiting, willing, touch, pass across. Is that in? No, Dave is there. It's Koji, goes quarter. Paradox again is swing and a miss. Maybe Austin will be able to find something. Not this time, it's going to be Esper. He does get demoed, and Kiko and Paradox go with it. Straight into Austin this time around. A lot of pressure coming from the orange side. Ori, they want this, but they're not finding their chance just yet.
And not yet. Soon enough, however, time may rise. As they wait patiently here. Putting on for game of life. Paradox almost tries to hit it back there. Austin, though, be able to crack past it. Kiko on the defense and gets it away. They are looking to shepherd their way forward again.
Yep, Koji around the outside. That's a shot, but a bit too tight. Unfortunately, Dave doesn't find the finish on this instance. Awkward touch right there. Blue side should get there first. Don't double commit for that one. Koji, good touch over the top. Now Esper's trying to rotate back. There we go. In the corner. Is someone? No, not this time. It's Paradox. Do they control midfield or do they give up possession again? And yeah, they just give up field possession. Neither team wants to hold midfield, Matt. It's kind of crazy, and now you get punished for it.
Yeah, they get punished in a huge way.
What?
I can't believe that.
What were they doing? Like, no urgency whatsoever on the UTS side on defense. They just kind of passed it back in the corner and then let McCory shoot.
Yeah, just cool, calm, collected throughout basically every stage of that endeavor, right? But there's going to be zero complaints there. There's going to be many complaints there, as a matter of fact. All tied up, one apiece. Can you believe what is going on right now?
Oh, Paradox. That, okay. I love Paradox on the attack. Super exciting, fun to watch. But, like, I feel if, we were giving them, like, FC stats, it'd be like attacking 90, defense 70 for Paradox, at least in this game, right? Like, it's exciting player to watch on that orange side of the field, but we'll see what happens now on the defensive side as Austin puts it in. There you go, nice pinch from Paradox. And Keiko is able to get there, so maybe a bit of momentum now. For the UTS side, Koji continues it forward. Paradox, though, the player we're kind of watching. They're in the middle of the field. Do they want to challenge Austin? No, Austin keeps it high. Paradox tries to slow them down, but we still get a clear back to the blue side of the field.
Yeah, still going to be cleared out, looking good for the moment. And see, everything will stay comfortable here. Koji pushed in the back line. A lot of speed behind the ball right now to create opportunity, and it's locked in for Macquarie.
Just rushed the defense a little bit. Good finish from Dave. You can see Koji trying to line it up. Just overcommit, and they didn't need to. They waited to read the shot. I actually think that was a little bit of a misread, and that could cost them this game. 1.5 minutes is not a lot of time now for UTS to try to find the equalizer, especially if they go down another goal. This one comes off the post.
Yeah, it comes off the post and ready. Post up and give more here. Send and go. Waiting patiently. A good hit forward and almost drawn all the way back here, but for now, gonna be okay. Take it slow, take it easy. Stay composed here. But Austin not even gonna give him a chance.
Not this time. Oh, everyone kind of gets bumped around Koji now. Oh, that's a good little touch. And I think, they're not able to work with it though. The defense, the clear, even better. Dave won't get the dagger pass. Again, look to be flipping momentum on this one. Paradox though, what have you got? Just pressure to the post at the second touch. It's not in. Dave was there. Man, every time Paradox goes for the goal, you have to hold your breath, and now they've got full boost. They want to attempt it again, but they're not going to get the chance straight away. Instead, they can only go backward. 30 seconds to go.
Not much time whatsoever. Closer and closer towards that potential game of 5 here. Corey Scarlet desperately need to hold firm onto this. UTS need to give it their best to try and tie it up for at least an OT here. Now coming forward, this is certainly assisting. Oh, it's all down to these final moments.
Someone's got to take the shot. It's right there.
Oh!
Ooh, again, defense just kind of panics right there in front of the net. Esper doesn't know where to go with the ball and just throws it right to Koji. Austin not there in time. And we got a tie game, 1 second left. Maybe Champions Field is not on the cards, as this surely will just be onto the ground and into overtime. Paradox off the sidewall, pops it up. Hold on, Kiko there. No, doesn't get the shot.
Oh my God. That could have been over and out then, and there they are feeling it right now, Max, but it could be all over and out on the other side too. OT, locked down, locked in. His team's got to take it as serious as ever. This is intense, and let's see who can advance now. Koji, rise to the skies already.
Oh no!
The prize here.
Oh, nobody was expecting that miss. Ooh. Paradox doesn't get the double. Koji might still find a shot, but yeah, 3 defenders there. Easy read from Austin, but the pressure is still maintaining, and this is the first time we've really seen midfield control from a team, and it's coming from the side 1 game away. Double commit from Dave and Austin. Dave does well. Austin can't get there in time. Paradox may have saved it. Kiko pre-jumps. There's a bump on Koji, but then there's no one there to finish the play. Now with no boost, it's a pinch attempt. It barely gets past the midfield line. First attacking opportunity now for our team in orange. Macquarie, can they end it in OT? The pass is good, the finish better. We're going to Champs Field.
Oh yeah, we're going all the way, Max. This is exactly what these teams were hoping for, and their wish will come true. So, all 5 2 series in a row. I bet you weren't expecting this for day 1 of the return.
I mean, I could have seen this one going 5 potentially just because of the unknown. But yeah, I mean, you can't ask for, closer series than this one. We've already seen a reverse sweep. Now we're seeing a proper back and forth. So this one feels like it could go either way. I still think I like UTS overall as a whole when they are vibing, and they had opportunities to end that one where just ball bouncing off the post and the finish not quite where it needed to be. I like UTS's chances. However, credit to Macquarie, when they connect as well, when they don't make their own silly mistakes, they can be quite dangerous with the ball as well. This will be a fun one.
The fun's just getting started as we jump into the kickoff now. Both teams meet face to face. Kiko ready to pressure it upfield on Macquarie's side of the pitch here. Kiko would even do it all over again. No boost, doesn't matter. Now they got a chance to recultivate that. And Koji is looking to maintain the pressure themselves here. Diving right in for the stoppage. It's Paradox keeping it up.
Paradox going to the backboard. Touchdown. Not in. Oh, would have really liked to get the finish there. Koji wants to rotate back with it. Winds up a little bit off balance. Kiko going to do what they can. Swing and a miss. But Dave won't get the shot as Paradox gives up their car. Or the clearing touch back to the other side. So we've seen 2 aggressive approaches. Nothing too close, nothing too crazy yet. Both teams actually erring on the side of aggression over reservation during this first minute in game 5.
Yeah, certainly committing a lot to it, aren't they? Oh no! But maybe
that was 2 missed open nets back to back, by the way. That was 2 opportunities that they didn't get.
Want to make it 3?
We're already on the opposite end of the field, so I don't think that's going to happen.
You never know till you know. That's for sure. But we will wait it out a while longer. Safe going around the side there. And Sasha things are Paradox. A good little tap there. Let's push it up again. And Koji following it up. This is looking great. UTS just well coordinated to keep it in the corner for the moment.
Eco, no finish. Oh, they're so close. It just feels constantly like UTS is so close to getting that one through. Defense, credit where it's due. It's been able to hold on, but how long can you withstand this pressure for? Something has got to give. And it looks like Dave finally got the clearing touch.
Yeah, finally got exactly what they were hoping for here. And going to see if they can get another opportunity. Dave, ready. Pushed up and locked out. It's good they have time to meet eye to eye here. And needs to play more plays just like that around the corner. Kiko will be the one to pursue now. Paradox tried to follow up. Dave is good to overwhelm all of them.
Yeah, was able to get back to that opposite end. Austin's challenge does enough to slow down a clear. As Paradox with no boost burns everything they can on that first touch shot on. Again, Esper back for the save. As we are halfway through this game, Matsy, still no goal. Still really no real threatening shot yet either.
Yeah, they're going to be comfortable for the moment. See if it stays that way though. So we head towards the 2-minute mark and nobody has scored a single thing yet. So you can tell just how cautious, how serious our rosters are right now. As Kiko holds back in mid, gets the demo on it to Austin there. And more to follow. It seems a trend has begun.
There we go, Dave. Paradox. Ball kind of stays neutral. Austin gets there first. I think got a bit more depth. Maybe there could have been a shot. Instead, we're just continuing to say jammed in the corner. Dave does what they can to get it centered. Here we go. Austin underneath. Just watch Koji get a read, but yeah, again, just awkward angle, a little bit too far out in front, and dishing never quite perfect for Macquarie throughout the entirety of that last attack. Paradox open net, and somehow, some way, they finally get it through.
Finally get it through at long
Where's Austin
last.
going?
There, yeah, he's going to outer space, I think. Maybe to another timeline. I'm not sure, but they're going somewhere. Regardless.
I know he's got the space station gaming car, but this isn't Kerbals, all right? Like that. Wrong game, buddy. And unfortunately, that pre-jump might actually cost them the match.
Genuinely, considering how close it's been, you know, just such a low-scoring game, that could be the the iceberg. But it seems we aren't at the top just yet. They get close to another goal in opposition. Not going to have a further opportunity at the moment, though. Esper gone.
1 minute. Only a handful of chances left, if that, for this Macquarie side. It's UTS wanting to make this lineup, wanting to make their Elite Series debut with a win, and they might get the dagger here. No! Again, it's two open net misses back to back. That should have been a goal, Matsy. Somehow, we still have a pulse for our team in orange.
Somehow, some way, they gain a further sway here, and they're ready to play more and more. 22 seconds and a dream. Macquarie Scarlet need to lock in one to tie it up. UTS just need to stay in the lead. Who will stay? Who will go? 10 seconds max.
And this is it. This is going to be the moment. But Dave doesn't get the ball. It just went right by him. And that should do it. Dagger shot from Paradox. And UTS is going to win this series.
Well done. Well played there. Macquarie Scarlet seemingly left behind at the end. UTS will be able to bless the timeline and come out on top. My goodness. Incredible work there. But still a couple of seconds. Could be over and out just like that.
Great. See, that was a fun series. It wasn't a Div 2 series. Yes. Did it feel like it at times? Absolutely. But still, that was a fun one. Back and forth, momentum swinging, some great mechanical moments, some silly misplays. I mean, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that series a lot, and I enjoyed watching Paradox play. I'm going to be excited to see how this UTS lineup will continue to push forward, how far they can realistically go. But yeah, well done to UTS, and I think there's high potential for this team to thrive in Div 2.
Yeah, I am in full agreement there, Max. I think that there's great opportunities for them to thrive, and are keen to see more of that as the season progresses. But for now, everybody, we are going to be heading to a short break while we get our next series set up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more action. welcome back, everybody! It's Matsy of Max Vormal coming at you with AEL University Elite Series, and we're proudly brought to you by AGON by AOC, the #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. AGON by AOC provide best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs.
Also, power up your game with the latest HyperX gear at Officeworks. Push performance to the limit with the latest in gaming tech. From high spec to precision gear, Officeworks has what you need.
You know what else I need? I need some Indomie, the noodle partner. Made with high quality flour and selected ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie mee goreng will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au. So make sure you check them out. We appreciate our sponsors. We appreciate their support. So, speaking of support, we get to see some more teams we're going to support here. It's Duo and Team A taking on LTU there.
And this is going to be, I think, a very evenly matched game. Two teams constantly fighting to stay in that top four, and sometimes even further in this league, especially with, Macquarie Onyx maybe not looking as stable. Either way, only one team's going to win this one out, and so many good names to watch out for. Lacquer, Fiasco, on Latrobe, even Toby can step up. For a UON, it's been Eminence, it's been Bud, who's been in this league for so long with one of the largest fan bases. This is going to be a fun matchup, and it could be another game fiver.
Oh, please. Please. We need another Game 5. We need it now. And I am so keen to see if this is exactly where it's going to go, my man, because we have a lot of fun here, and that would be just the absolute perfect way to have even more fun than that. So, keen to see exactly what these rosters can do and how they'll go.
We'll see how it plays out. Unfortunately, we can't have game 5 right now, Matsy. We got to earn it. We got to get through the first 4 games first before we get there. That's just the rules and how it goes. As interesting to see Lacquer in an awkward spot, back of the net, no boost, doesn't get punished for it despite Eminence's approach. So things still kind of safe for now as both teams continue to feel each other out.
Yeah, both teams just going to be warming up to the match for now. To see we can take aim at our first goal here. We get a few touches on into the ball so far, but nothing substantial as yet. They're just playing into the ebb and flow to start the show.
We are for the time being. Fiasco. Oh, good pass, good setup, and there you go. Toby's going to get the first goal. 1-0 to start off this series for Latrobe.
Well done, well played, and Latrobe will be on top. So, going to be taking that one away with absolutely 0 regrets there. So we push on in to the next portion here. Just holding a position, holding firm for this one so far. Fiasco, he held around the back, looking to provide a solid defense on many fronts.
But they're trying, but unfortunately Bud just gets beat right there, so that's more than a solid defense. That was almost a goal. Toby actually gets credited for a shot for that one. And speaking of shots, Fiasco will get the final blow. And I'm going to say it now, Matsy, out of all the teams we've seen so far, Latrobe looks to be the first team that has, kept warm through the mid-year break.
Yeah, they seemingly have locked in, and I'm very interested in how they'll compare to some of the other rosters coming forward here. We wait things out for the time being. Fiasco good to claw ahead so far, and are not looking to stop anytime soon, as it's an epic save from Azora there, and they're looking to soar right to greater heights.
I mean, they're going to go from one end to the other, but Eminence will shut down sort of the NASCAR along the wall circuit. At least slow things down momentarily. Bud, waiting for the bump from Eminence, is going to get it. No! Oh, that's so unfortunate. Eminence getting in the way of the shot.
Oh my goodness. Can't believe what's going on there, Max. Just incredible work. And more to follow up here as we wait things out patiently. To hold it down. Oh, slipped it around the outside.
It's so funny, too, because when I look at this Latrobe team, my eyes go to Fiasco first, Lacquer, second as well. Not this, you know, hoops main Toby apparently, but it's been Toby who's been stepping up so far in this one. Second goal already found for them, third for the team, and with a 3-0 lead 2 minutes in, Latrobe, they are looking so dangerous. This finally feels like the Latrobe team that I've been waiting to show, because I always felt like this team had potential to be scary. These first 2 minutes, they look as scary as I think they can be.
Yeah, if not more so. And we'll see what else they are going to be able to achieve with the epic save from Toby there. Need to follow that up with Fiasco now, but this is going to be responded to by Bud and Co. So now getting their own flow state, they will lock in there first.
That's about, I say it's about time, but realistically, we're still only in the first game either way. Just taking advantage of an over-aggressive Latrobe side, Azora is able to put it straight back off the counterattack into the open net. So 1 goal across, still 2 required, just over 2 minutes to go. It's possible, but as long as they can stop Latrobe from continuing to score, it is very possible, but not this time. Fiasco with the first save, and then it's Lacquer with the second.
Yeah, locked in so far, and looking to give much more. Hold a position for the time being here. Toby, good up top, will be met by Azora in a second. No one else really to follow them though, so should be able to clear it with Lacquer and Co. And good for it for now. Eminence trying to continue, but there's an opening for Lacquer. Luckily fended off.
Yeah, not able to get in this time. Bud fakes the touch, yet Lacquer was kind of ready for it as Eminence kind of force a play, runs into Toby, and then Fiasco takes advantage of that with the first touch. Doesn't find the second, but everybody's missing the ball, so it still works out in Latrobe's favor as Fiasco finally loses out on a 50. There we go, back to the other side. And while we're seeing, you know, changes of possession, we're not seeing any shots, we're not seeing anything threatening being built. And that's realistically credit to Latrobe for just keeping the ball in safe spots on the pitch.
Yeah, they do a fantastic job to keep it in positive positions there, and to follow it up even more so as they pass the minute mark now, and they're ready to give it their all.
They're gonna have to, with under a minute to go. More pressure coming from the Latrobe side, and yeah, entering this final minute, been a little bit crazy right now. I mean, UON is out shooting. They've had more shots on net, but it hasn't felt like it because none of them have been well and truly threatening. So very odd game for the UON side. Definitely one they'd like to forget, but the flurry of attacks, that early lead, too much for UON to bounce back from. Latrobe is going to win this first game.
Yeah, looking strong in that regard, and ready to give more where that came from as well. As the time comes through, and they have all but assured it now. Looking in yet another goal at the edge of the close.
Yeah, if we weren't sure before, there's your dagger for the first game. Shot on and in, 14 seconds, 14 scoreline. It's 14-14 right now. When you look at that scoreboard now, it's gone, but we enjoy the little things in games like this. And, well, it wasn't a very little win for Latrobe on the other side. A big win as they find yet another point. This time, they're going UON's way.
Yeah, going their way and ready to continue to give us sway on to this one. At least UON, you know, they get one last one before the game comes to a close there. So you could call this almost the warm-up game. Both teams were slowly but certainly warming to it. Heading towards game 2, though, I feel like it's going to be a bit more competitive.
I mean, look, I'm going to say it. Every team that's won game 1 so far have lost the series so far tonight. It's happened twice now. So who's to say it won't happen a third time, Matt? See, who is to say? I'm a little bit more, I don't know. I feel Latrobe, they looked so strong off the gate. 2 goals for Toby. Fiasco still just kind of controlling a lot of the tempo overall. And if I were to pick a favorite in this matchup, I would have been leaning on Latrobe. So unlike the last 2 series, I feel this is the most likely to continue in Latrobe's favor.
See if it is going to play out exactly like that for them, or whether there's going to be a full change of direction towards UON. So we get prepared for what's to come here, Max. You know, these teams going to maximize their returns, maximize their power in towards the next one, and I am so keen to find out who our next victor will be as we jump straight into the kickoff. Let's go.
There we go, 5 minutes on the clock, and already it's Bud who can't get the finishing touch. Oh, it would have been so good for UON to get that momentum back in their favor off rip. They're going to get another chance. Fiasco this time with the save, and those are the missed opportunities that can come back to haunt you. Granted, the attack is still on, but without boost, Azora can't commit, and Toby gets the clear.
It's the clear, and we'll be able to gear up for more. Wait up patiently here. Just under 4.5 minutes to go, and ready. Forward for more. But ball's still going to be in play here. Azora conceding space. Lacquer not committing to it either.
It's not able to really finish that one off as the ball will make its way to the backboard. Swing and a miss from Lacquer. Underneath, Fiasco trying to do what they can. Rotate back briefly. Ball stays up for grabs. Fiasco. Back corner. Following along the side. Looking to go up ahead to Toby, who's going to collect that. Steal the boost away. Still need them to rotate back for this one. Lacquer now. They find Toby across midfield. Not this time. Instead of Demo will slow things up. Swing and a miss again from that corner. Shot on backboard. No finish.
No finish this time. Will be locked and loaded here. But UON will find their own finish there. It's going to be Bud to lock in the first. So well done. UON are on the board.
Yeah, Toby can't do everything in the air, and Bud, with the follow-up, able to find the finish and get that goal. Well done from Bud. Good strike, getting themselves on the board. Will they be able to get more as well? The kickoff looks very good, but without the boost, they can't chase the ball off the backboard. Toby will take it away, but they don't have boost to keep it up as well. And with the misconnect underneath, the pressure should stay in UON's favor.
Should be staying in lock here. Take it easy for the second. 3 minutes and a half to go here. Lacquer waiting patiently. Fiasco up front. That can be followed up. Lacquer good for the tap there. Looking at two. Make it hurt here on the front lines.
Good touch from Fiasco, but it's not in the net. Eminence has to play backboard instead. Bud pressure, but it goes corner to corner instead. Can Bud get a good midfield touch? It's a freebie. Toby lets the ball get behind them. Lacquer's still there, but they'll get bumped by Eminence. The physicality coming from UON in the second game. We've actually seen Latrobe struggle to match it, and that's been the big difference. A lot more bumps, particularly from Eminence. There was a lot in those first, half of the game, especially in that first minute and a half. And yeah, it's just creating opportunities now for touches like this. Azura, won't be able to get past Fiasco.
Not this time. Maybe next time, though. Take it slow, take it easy. Next a few seconds or so. Just over 2.5 minutes to go now. And be waiting to pace things out. But good stoppage in the skies there. Rising up. Now looking to claw it back. Teammates are ready to back them up as well. Azura having a bit of physicality in the back, though. Could be a problem. Latrobe looking to run it forward.
Here comes Fiasco with the free jump. Can't get to the ball. A bit unfortunate, Toby. As well, he wants to keep the pressure forward. Fiasco gets a freebie. Oh, should have been a shot. And went backboard. Getting a little bit dicey right now for Latrobe. They need that extra kick, and they're not going to get it. Ooh, Zora. Goes corner instead of net. Yeah, neither team willing to risk shots, it feels like. They want to set up the guaranteed play. And it's an open net. Lacquer has to get this one, and they do.
Well done, well played. They will lock it in 1-4-1 now. Exactly what they were hoping for, and they will get it. So, 1.5 minutes to go just about, and we are ready to get down to business. All over again, our ball now favoring Latrobe. But Eminence is ready to follow it back up.
Yeah, that was just, again, Eminence and Bud just were not connecting on that last play. The extra player committing kind of threw them off and opened the doorway for a goal. Latrobe right back in this one. Allowed back in this one. Lacquer with the demo. What can Toby do? Has the follow-up, but now they need to make the cut. Getting bumped off means Fiasco has an awkward approach. They just turn into a shot, and it goes in. Defense should have been there. And again, Latrobe get away with one.
Away with one, and look to go for even more. They're back on track. They're back in the lead at the late game here. These are the kind of things UON can't afford to let slip by, and now they have to work extra hard just to meet them goal for goal.
I love the bump, but it's not going to be enough. Fiasco still gets to the play. Azor will get it around him, but a free touch for Lacquer means the ball will get cleared back to the opposite end. Fiasco misses on the follow, but it's a fake. Lacquer. Oh, they went backboard trying to get it around Eminence, but Eminence actually was still able to find the touch. Toby fakes out one, taking it to Bud. Oh, it's a dunk. He mains hoops, he mains dunks, and they're going to win this game.
Yeah, to main the game and inflict so much pain. Exactly what they were hoping for there, and very eager to see if they can continue just like this, as there's 35 seconds remaining now. UON, a bit of hot water here, you know. It's tough to get 2 goals in 15 seconds each. Whether they can manage it, it's something to be seen, but they've managed to find one, so maybe it could be real.
Yeah, with 11 seconds to spare as well, right? They gave themselves more time for the next one.
Yeah.
Just, you know, maybe awkward kickoff. Lack of urgency on the right side of the field right there, and only so much Fiasco can do with no boost. So kickoff has to be perfect. It might be. It was interesting strats. Another demo. Now turn it into a shot. Hold on. Nope. Defense has recovered. So it looks like things may be okay. That was a 5-car commit.
Yeah, there was a lot given to that situation, wasn't there? But still going to hold on for the time being. Time runs its course here. Ball still up high somehow, some way. No way. They try and hit it back. The ball refuses to fall.
What?
No. That bounced. It's still in.
In front of the net.
Ooh. That was close, but not close enough.
Right. I think Latrobe was having a little bit too much fun right there, but that was also a couple of lucky bounces, but still hit the ground. Latrobe still got the win. 2-0 up right now, and unless UON wants to do a nice little, you know, cosplay of UNSW, it does feel like Latrobe should be able to take this one home. Equal shots, by the way, as well. 6 shots aside. That's pretty rare to see.
Yeah. Quite the rarity there, and I'm sure there's going to be more where that came from, as our teams prepare themselves for the onslaught ahead. And my goodness, you know, Latrobe, they've done a great job to hold on to their position here, really giving it their all, and I think there's going to be more where that came from.
I definitely feel that as well. We could be finally seeing maybe a game not go 5. I don't know. We got more life from UON in game 2 for sure. They came out swinging. They came out looking a lot better. Bud had some very opportunistic goals, which is what you want to see from them. I like the physicality. I like them not being afraid to go for the bumps, go for the demo plays. And it was working. It definitely slowed down the Latrobe attack. However, they didn't get the win, and so often we see teams abandon game plans if it doesn't give them instant success. I want them to stick with the bumps and demos. We'll see what happens now with their back against the wall.
See how it all goes down. So waited out for the minute. Fiasco and Co. Patience are being exercised. Lacquer, great hit, straight down, not locked in. Toby waiting to try follow up here, but UON are going to be taking the reins.
And that they do. 4:30 still to go. Toby now underneath, just going to play a patient game. That's a good pass set up for Fiasco. Touch saved by Azura. Well read for the defender without any boost.
No boost and no problem. We'll lock down on to the next portion now. Bud taking it to the skies. Toby waiting in the back here. To force the issue further. We'll stall it out again. Bud and Co, though, to go for the next counter attack. Maybe some demos in the meanwhile. I saw that. See if they can launch them.
Hacker wants to stay with the play. Has Fiasco underneath, but turns it to a shot. Now Toby playing a bit of cleanup. Has a reset. Has boost to get back on it, but doesn't get the second reset. Oh, it was only the front half of the car. They got that second reset. Maybe it's a goal, but it still might be either way because the net is open and Fiasco's trying to lob it in. Bud almost own goals. Lacquer goes too high on the open net. Oh, no one can put the ball into the back of the goal.
Yeah, not this time, but maybe could it be next time. Slacker goes up for this one. Trying to press her forward here. Good bypass. UON still giving it their all though. Azora stalling it back out. Eminence and Co. They've got to follow this one up. It's pressure on Azora in the back line now. Bud at least takes the first mantle here. But there's going to be more to dismantle the attack and make one of your own.
The corner we go. Toby, backward setup. Caught underneath by Fiasco. Will Toby stay with the play underneath? Not quite. They'll go into the corner. Next touch. Also not there either. Eminence now. Underneath the play. Actually has that a bit more set up, but Bud won't find the strike, and Zora will have to instead approach from midfield. Has Eminence rotating back along with Bud. Caught by Toby once more. Fiasco. 50 goes back over to Lacquer and into the midfield line. Caught by Bud. Still no goal halfway through this game, and again, there's just not a lot of shots on target. Only one shot from UON in the entirety of the first half, yet it's an open net now, and they can't finish. Surely, thank you. Eminence finally puts it in.
Ooh, my heart's skipping many beats there, but they will get it done in the end. My goodness. Through blood, sweat, and tears, they will conquer their fears and take away a first goal. We move on to maybe a second here, but Fiasco going to be the first one to pick up the ball there, rising up and looking to lock it down. Azora, great defense.
Yeah, that was where it needed to be, holding it quite well as Lacquer's going to keep that play in the corner. Here comes Fiasco now, looking to try to set something up, but can only go so far with it. Ball again off that backboard. Toby keeping it tight. Fiasco, no, can't get it in that narrow window. And eventually it will get cleared out from Azora. That was the best chance we've seen so far in this game for Latrobe, and missing that one's going to possibly hurt them. They've only got 100 seconds to equalize.
Yeah, not too much time at all here to try and sort things out. UON on a good trajectory, but Lacquer finding more of their own, zoning it up. Fiasco ready to back them here. Ooh, not the right place though. But they're going to have a second attempt now. And they're best to get the tap forward. They just keep playing crisscross in these corners.
And that they do off that backboard. Oh, defenders bumping into each other. And Lacquer's there to try to punish. Oh, dangerous touch from Eminence, but it was enough to keep it safe. That was a dicey situation. 1 minute to go. Still no point for this team in orange. Lacquer connects to Toby. Has Fiasco underneath. Eminence will try to make a read off the backboard. Shot was dead on. Bud was there. Zora now trying to find a way past Lacquer, but can't. It's a small field. There's the setup. Oh, no boost from either of the other attackers, though, and this is going to be a short-lived attack.
Yeah, short-lived, but maybe there'll be a spark to ignite their dreams here. They hold it back for a second. Toby ready with Fiasco, taking it slow, steady. Will get overwhelmed to the back line, bounce off the wall though. They just need that opportunity to counter-attack, and it could be the goal they were hoping for, but UON are on their tail right now.
That they are. 20 seconds still to go. Ball coming out of the corner. It's going to be Fiasco. Reset. Toby's underneath, but so is Lacquer. It's a powerful shot caught by Bud. And Azora with the demo forces Toby out of midfield. 5 seconds to go. It's a terrible pass because of the pressure. 2 seconds left. Lacquer trying to play setup. Fiasco was there, but so too is Eminence. And that's going to possibly do it. Hold on. Ball still up, Matsy. There we go. That will do it. Azora gets the win for UON.
Close, but not close enough. Azora and Co steal the show and take a game of their own. They are back on the board just when you think Latrobe might sweep it away. No, UON come back to play, and they're here to stay.
10 shots to 3, favoring the Latrobe side. And yet they were not able to get that goal. That is a bit shocking, to be quite honest, Matsy.
Yeah.
Like, I feel Latrobe, with how dangerous their attack has been so far, to not find that finishing touch. And they had chances. Like, it was there for the taking. Credit to UON, though. They got the win.
Yeah, I got to give props where they are deserved. You know, they managed to take control, get that goal, and just hold straight onto it for basically the whole duration there. So, very impressed with how they kept their composure, and I'm very excited for what this fourth game is going to look like now. Will it be UON continuing to yield a big result? Will it be Latrobe bouncing it back? Or will be proven within moments?
Yeah, here we go. Will be a big one. A lot on the line right now. If UON can pull this one off, Latrobe, now then you gotta start thinking. Hold on, 2 reverse sweeps in one day. Azora shot though is high.
Players get B and they're ready to give it their all. They wait patiently here, 4.5 minutes to go. Try their best to flow forward. It is going to be Latrobe taking it early this time around. Uh-oh, Max. They are paying off.
There were 3 defenders in the corner right there trying to just stay on Toby, and still Toby found a way to get the pass over to Lacquer and get that goal. I am surprised that worked, to put it mildly. And now Toby off the kickoff almost had a chance right there. In fact, it is setting up Lacquer a second time. However, Bud will get the save this time around. But yeah, no real change in this attack offense coming from the Latrobe side after that last game. And now that they have the lead, I imagine they're going to be a lot more comfortable with the situation.
Yeah, they're going to be feeling confident with that for certain. But let's see how it all goes now. Just passing by 4 minutes and 4 to follow. Fiasco and Go. Waiting around the corners here. Have to be reactive, have to be present. Or she could get bypassed, but Toby will be able to blast past, forcing Eminence up high here. I like how they slowly calculate where they want it. Fiasco is going to be able to touch it though.
Here we go, Toby looking for the pinch down below, but Azora is able to get in the way. Fiasco kind of wants to fall back for it. Isn't quite able to stay with the play. Here we go, Lacquer again through that corner. Bud swings and misses. Fiasco touch towards that backboard, but it's still not there. Toby wanting to stay with the play. Shot comes from Lacquer, caught by Bud right on the line.
Right on the line, and it will be just fine. Hold on for a second here. Good hit up top, Eminence. They touch that one. Lacquer, though, will get at least a further touch for their team to regroup and recuperate. Toby not going to be able to do that at all. It's Lacquer now. Good touch to relegate it to the corner there, but UON are building up a bit of pressure now.
Yeah, that they are. They're trying to get something together as Azora gets that right into that midfield part. Bud, open net. Azora, what? Okay, Eminence, please. No!
We go for two.
You know what? You give it to Latrobe. Just give it to Latrobe. Nah, it's done, man. I don't care what the final score is. I don't care who wins the series. Give it to Latrobe.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. That's got to be a surefire trip to Tilt. But we'll see if they can hold it together and maintain composure. They will
need a Tilty Towers or whatever in Rocket League. Is that the name? Is it Tilty Towers?
Tilted Towers, I believe.
Oh, well.
Yes. Or
I mean, that
Island
works.
In another world.
Same effect. Same thing.
Yes. Many places they can go, but all the same outcome. They're tilted. But we are going to jump in to the next attack here. Azora trying to stack up with Eminence now. Bud ready? Lacquer does stop them in the midfield.
And they will temporarily. This ball keeps bouncing around. Fiasco, didn't go up to challenge. Now it's a double commit. That puts Fiasco in an awkward spot, and Eminence knows it, was hunting for the bump, but couldn't quite find it. So Fiasco will get to midfield in time and sort of allow the Latrobe defense to reset itself. Minute 15 to go. Lacquer off the roof. Only Eminence to beat. Well, Eminence stays on that play. Toby also gets a nice dunk over the top. Bud's looking to stay with it, as we see a shot on, and that's game.
2 goals to their favor. They will never waver. A really well-positioned Lacquer there. Locks it in. They will take it away. A 2-goal lead now. 1 minute and 5 to go. UON, still opportunities here. You know, they can redeem this. They can have a resurgence, a rejuvenation. But the likelihood dwindles further each second that passes.
Here we go. Fiasco. Do that backboard. I'm kind of waiting, but he's able to do too much with it after that. Here comes Azora now. Reset. Oh, light touch, but doesn't go too much further than that. Hit those final 42 seconds. I mean, you can see every touch trying to get that ball a bit more forward coming from the UON side, but it's being read by Latrobe. They're not parking the bus per se, but they're definitely playing very wide and very conservatively, and that should be enough to get them over the line in the end.
Yeah, should be an ample opportunity to further it as the time now continues to tick down. UON into big trouble, but with no savior. See if they can get even one more goal in the final stretch here. Latrobe maintain complete control.
That they do, and thus the game will conclude. 0 seconds on the clock. Game, set, and match. Latrobe wins the series 3-1.
GG, well played there. It would seem our first non-5 gamer, Max. So, we've broken the streak, for better or worse. But we may be right back to it in our next series. You never know. You never know.
You never know. Maybe for better. Actually, I don't know. I would have liked this one to be 3-0 for Latrobe, to be honest. The game they lost does kind of raise a couple red flags for me, for this team overall. And there's a lot of red flags being waved for UON right now. I expected a bit more from the UON side coming into it. They weren't getting the shots on. Fiasco was on point. Lacquer had some main touches, and Toby looked like to be the warmest player coming in today. So well done to Latrobe, and we'll see how they can continue.
Yeah, see how they will further heading deeper into the season. But for now, everybody, we are going to get our next one set up right on the other side of the break. You don't want to go anywhere. It's going to be great, and we'll see you very soon. welcome back, everybody! It's Bouncy and Formal coming at you with the AEL University Elite Series, and we are back and ready to go into the next series. It's going to be none other than Monash Ballers taking on QUT.
Yeah, this is a fun one. We're sticking in Division 1 for our final game, and I'm excited to see how this one play out. Of course, you know, this QUT lineup, it's kind of iconic at this stage. The Mac and Jack connection, they've been together for 3 years now. I believe Ultraviolet as well, coming from a Griffith team that doesn't really seem to exist anymore. So they're still playing. They're up here on this side. And for the Ballers, I mean, Fergo, another high school AEL player now playing in the Elite Series. We'll see how he can go against an established side like QUT.
Yeah, let's see how they fare. Everybody moving their way up and giving it the very best they can. So, without further ado, coming from me, coming from you, it's going to be the kickoff pulling through, and it's a great start. Ultraviolet almost piloting their way towards their first goal.
Yeah, I mean, this squad, it is so fun to watch. Mac and Jack, again, been together for so long. Ultraviolet as well, kind of joining up with the team last year, and they've been mostly successful. Obviously, you know, this has been the era of sort of New South Wales and Macquarie dominance, and they've kind of been fighting for that third, fourth spot quite frequently against, you know, teams like UON and Latrobe. So in a matchup like this, you are kind of leaning on QT maybe to be a bit more the favorites, but this Monash team, I mean, they're in Division 1 for a reason. They can be quite strong as well, and we'll see if they can pull off some wins here.
Yeah, let's see if they can manage it. They will hold it back for the second here. We'll go and go. Pushing up and now. Ooh, looking to see if they can dunk on it. Be cleaned out, however. So good from Jacko's squad there. Now taking it slow and steady. Mac prepared to try and win the race, but they are going to be facing some demos in the meantime, so we'll have to regroup.
Do what Fergo's going to be able to do on their own. They only have so much boost to be enough to get to that backboard. Now pressure coming from Rux as well, and that's the first goal going the way of the Ballers.
Yeah, great way to open the account there. The ball is going to be out on top, and we'll be able to dunk it in. So, well done to them in theirs, and we move on to another kickoff now. Let's see who can gain that early control. It's going to be QUT. Pressure upfield. Fergo trying to force him out.
Yeah, trying to force some sort of play. Maybe a misplay, but it's not quite there yet. Ball stays bouncing off that backboard as Jacko tries to rotate back, but can only go so far with it. Now Fergo again. And create something. Someone's got to commit. No one wanted to take the shot. I'm a little bit surprised to see so many cars rotating back when there was kind of a lack of urgency coming from QUT. Even a scoring opportunity. Again, these first games, though, Matt, they haven't been indicative of where the series will go. They've always been a little bit more chaotic, maybe a little bit more reserved by certain teams as well, as we're just getting back into competitive form.
Yeah, getting back into shape here. And curious how this series is going to shape up. You know, no more goals as yet. Still taking it slow and steady. Prepared for whatever else is around the corner. Clearance from Virgo there. Oh my god. Almost getting it bypassed past them. That could have been a big problem, Max.
Could have been, but they're going to be able to stand tall for now. As we see him play slow down a little bit in midfield. The Ultraviolet starts to push it forward, getting towards that backboard. Jacko, oh, does not read the touch from the teammate. A rare Mac and Jack misconnection on that initial play, but that's okay. They're each turning back towards the ball once more. Jack trying to get it past Fergo, can't quite do it. Ball's middle, Ultraviolet can't put it in.
They can't put it in this time. Maybe next time. Ultraviolet though. Good tap, trying to lock it down. A Mac going to be stopped. Jacko. Ooh, I love the patience there. Does mean they go for the recommit. Looking to maybe go for the 3-time here. Jacko ready, waiting. Get slow and lock it back out.
Bring it all the way back. Not able to find the shot. As we just continue to kind of go back and forth with this one. Another good clear from Fergo. Mac with the boost, but doesn't get a clean run at the ball. At least not till Ruxy gets there. And now Ruxy played around that outside. Winds up in the waiting touch from Jacko to Mac. Ball slowly falling towards the net, but already the defense there. And just back and forth down the middle. Back and forth down the middle. That's been this game.
Yeah, that's been this game so far. And maybe be more to follow up. As we wait patiently here. Mac heading on a Q, looking to lock it through. It's going to be Aqua up for 2. Well done to Monash.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised at how easy Aqua made that one look. Ultraviolet, usually a strong defender, but just got beat. Straight up beat by a well-precision strike shot from Aqua. So a 2-0 lead for Monash, and yeah, they're looking like the stronger team in game number 1. They've had more accurate touches, less little mistakes, and nearly gets a third off the kickoff right there. In fact, Virgo will get it, so now everyone on the team has scored as well.
Yeah, gonna be satisfied with that result, Mr. Max, and they're gonna be even more satisfied as they lock in a goal for goal for goal. Just incredible work coming through from their team, and very keen to see how they fare heading into the next kickoff as well.
Yeah, I mean, at this stage, this game does kind of feel a little done and dusted, especially if this rolls in. Yeah, I mean, nothing is just going right for QUT. Everything is going right for the Ballers.
Yeah, they're just bouncing their way through goal after goal here. Seemingly swooping ahead of this one, Max. And Ina curious to see what else will ensue coming out of this one. So we jump in to the next portion now. 50 seconds and a dream. Will QUT get 1 goal back or none?
I mean, it'd be nice to get a goal for momentum reasons going into game number 2. I've always said, you know, with the sharp turnover that it takes in between games, it's really easy to bounce back if you get that last goal in your favor, but I don't know. Again, like so many other teams today, just the start looking flat for one of the sides as you see Jacko trying to get a little musty, doesn't quite get all of it. Ultraviolet now, no boost realistically on that approach, so it can only be so threatening. It does feel like there's just something missing from the QUT side in game number 1, but I do imagine they will find it as we progress later in the series.
Yeah, let's see if they can do it right now. 5 seconds to go. Series all but finished here. So, there we have it. Just need to drop down. Oh, it's going to stay up, but only for so long.
Mac wasn't moving for that. Mac was just parked in the corner like, come on, guys. Let's go game 2.
Yeah, let's get it done.
Yeah. They want to keep this rolling, and you know, if you're Monash, you also want to keep it rolling, right? Only 6 shots on target compared to the 8 from QUT, but those 6 shots were all so much more threatening and accurate. So hats off to Monash. They got the job done, and we'll see if they can keep this momentum moving forward.
Yeah, we'll see what they can manage to maneuver from it. I think it's a great start coming forward from the Ballers there. You know, they're rolling their way through into the series with great confidence, but could be just consider the warm-up game in game 1 there. You know, game 2 is when things really start to heat up for one side or the other. So, curious how this next collision is going to fare as our teams prepare themselves for battle all over again.
And as well, too, you know, for Aqua, who's coming in as a sub for NK, to have that immediate impact is always a good sign to see. And I always feel with subs, it can go one of 2 ways. Either the sub just kind of tries to stay out of the way and let, like, the 2 people who are consistently on the team step up and make the plays, or they have to be the focus, and it's up to the 2 people with maybe a bit more synergy to kind of play around the new element. And it felt to be more the latter in game number 1. Aqua was definitely getting involved and making plays. As you can see, the pass right there trying to connect with Virgo. So even though Aqua may be a sub, they feel like they fit into this lineup.
Yeah, they've got their place, and they certainly deserve it. So we'll see how things go. Heading forward for Roxy now. Holding on. Teammates around the back and still keeping it upfield. So looking from props, maintaining pressure here. QUT might have just found their opening though.
And they might have, but well, it looks like it's going to be hard fought for nonetheless. Mac does get into that opposite side, but still will be caught by Virgo. Looks for Roxy. Able to stay with it, but the bump will mean the attack has to be a bit more solo. Never like seeing defenders bump into each other. Always makes things awkward. Aqua now looks for Virgo, who has no boost, tries to put it back up for Aqua, but Aqua's already looking to bump a defender, so yeah, a little bit disjointed so far in the first minute for game 2 coming from both teams.
Yeah, so far so good, but let's see what Jacko can do here. Ooh, right around the back. Luckily Virgo maintain a bit of distance there, or that could have been very higgity-piggity, but it's going to be A-OK for now. QUT, a big commitment in the corner, though, and it looks like they've already lost a player in the meanwhile.
And that second demo will be the goal. Fergo will get credit for it, but realistically, it was just the pressure. Ruxy gets one, Aqua gets the second, and Fergo will capitalize on it. 1-0 lead for the Ballers.
So far, so good. And more to follow up here as we jump in to next stage of the battle now. Ballers on top, and to keep it that way as Ruxy pressures the corner there, continues to deliver greatness with full boost, but eventually their momentum will slow. Fergo, though, not slowing down at all.
Just a little bit awkward as Ruxy's going to put up another pass across over to Fergo, keeping QUT on the backboard, and we're seeing so much less attacking pressure from QUT. This looks like a completely different game. A lot more passive, a lot more reserved, and while, yes, they haven't given up, you know, the plethora of goals, there's just been no bite to the QUT side, and it's historically it's been a side that's been known for its bite. Matt and Jack have been so aggressive, always looking for bumps, demos, creating opportunities. I've just not been seeing it so far in this series.
Yeah, it's been a slow for the moment, hasn't it? Slow and steady, but we'll see what else is going to go down here. 2:25 on the clock right now. Ultraviolet and Co trying their best to disrupt the flow, but Monash Ballers continually just find the angles. You know, they maintain control time and time again here, and it almost feels like they're an unbreakable shield right now.
Yeah, it has been the case. More pressure coming now. Do QUT stay with this attack? Does Mac go for something? No, leaves it for Ultraviolet instead, who just watch the ball sail overhead. Mac's challenge, somewhat effective, but again, Fergo's the faster player. QUT, Mac, and Jack bumping into each other. All three committing into the corner on defense means it will be a couple of free touches, actually, for the Monash side. Something just seems off with QUT right now, Matsy. It's not really been clean, but still a one-goal game. All they need is one good attack, one good touch, and we're tied.
Yeah, it can be all tied up just like that, my man. We'll see what else they can achieve here. It's Mac pressures forward now. Ultraviolet are waiting patiently. Oh, it delivers a nice follow-up.
It's not Mac and Jack per se, but it is still QUT connecting with a beautiful team pass forward. Fergo without the boost, unable to get the read, and just like that, QUT right back in this series. They needed that goal. Not just to tie the game, but just to get some momentum. I mean, we nearly had gone 9 minutes before they get something on the board, and now off the kickoff, Mac can do it again, but it's too slow.
Too slow, ready to go.
Oh no.
They wait patiently, but no! Just as soon as they lose one, they gain it straight back. And Monash Ballers right on top of things here. A minute 11 now to go, and my goodness, that was a big response.
That's the second time there's been a backfield clear on target with QUT unable to rotate back in time. Those goals, you can't afford to concede those, not at this level, and it's really unfortunate. Granted, you can't say, yeah, the demo had something to do with it, but even without the demo, I still think that shot was going in.
Yeah, I still feel like, whoa, another one could have gone in right then and there. That was supersonic. Oh. And here it goes. Oh, Monash, what are you doing?
Ruxy, this was so mean. The dunk from behind. The perfectly set up. Fergo should have let Ruxy take that goal. Really, they did the work. That is just, it's indefendable. If your opponents are able to pull that off. Well done. 2-goal lead. Less than a minute to go. In theory, this should be a 2-0 Ballers series.
Should be absolutely incredible. Let's see what they can do right now. They hold firm. Oh my! Big shot is going to be held off for now, but the time is against them here, Max.
20 seconds. 2 goals required, and with the way how QUT has been playing, I don't see it happening here. It's gonna have to be a game 3 complete turnaround at this stage, and well, I mean, a goal would have been good for momentum, but it's still not falling in.
Still could have been, but a second remain. It will be over and out. Monash Ballers get out on top, taking away a clean. Well done. Well played. And it is going to be 2 games in a front right now. And looking to, give more heading into our 3rd one. But we saw a confident series just like this into the previous one, right? But then it all went haywire.
Yeah, it did, but at the same time, it didn't fully go haywire. Like, it was just one game going the other way, and then, well, it went right back to Latrobe being a bit more dominant. So this is feeling a lot more like Series 3 than it is feeling like Series 1. In fact, even more dramatic, dare I say, than Series 3. It's just been a strange QUT side. They can turn it around. I don't want to write them off, and credit where it is due. Aqua, I mean, their touches have been decisive. They've been confident, putting the ball exactly where they wanted it to go. So for a sub, it's exactly what you've wanted, but for a kickoff, this is what QUT needed.
Oh, fantastic. Just a quick to heal there. They seal the deal on an opening goal with immediate effect. This is the kind of resurgence they need to kickstart their game. Already on top, they just need to maintain it from here.
We'll see. We're going to watch that ball go back over to Mac. Reset? No, not this time. That's it. Fall. Doesn't get the pinch. And maybe a goal. No, Chaco! How does that not go in? It hit the post like 3 times.
It's just going all over the place, isn't it? And we'll be even more where that came from. 4.5 minutes to go now. Virgo and a goat ready to try and steal the shore. Oh, Mac! Good defense on the back. See if they can crack past now.
Yeah, as the demos continue, Ultraviolet waits for their time, gets that touch up along the side, now falling back down. Jacko and Mac trying to rotate back. No!
Not here. Not today. It's going to be all tied up. Mr. Max. Really great shots are coming out from him.
Really great shot.
Yeah. I got to give them props. You know, they were focused up there. Unfortunate on the defense there, but we'll see if they can redeem that. You know, I think these things happen, Max. They just have to move past it if they can.
I mean, if they can is the big thing, because it finally looked like momentum was going their way, and now all the work that they did on the kickoff undone. It's a tie game again. Monash just looking to be the more clean team.
Yeah, just looking good. Really good for the moment. We'll see how things are fair. Going forward now. So we have just over 3.5 minutes to go now. Virgo already waiting. Skating ahead, already past one. Oh!
Oh, they thought they had it. They still might, but without boost, it's going to be a bump play from Aqua. Shots on, and everybody was behind the goal line. Nobody in position to make the save. Virgo takes the lead.
Takes the lead with great speed. Well done to the Monash ballers there. They are back on top and ready to prop themselves ahead again. A kickoff underway. They take things into their hands, but that was interesting, wasn't it, Max?
A lot of demos, a lot of chaos on the kickoff, and it actually goes in QT's favor. That shot, looking for the top bin. Mac trying to be precise. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite fall where it needs it to. Now with 3 minutes to go, Jacko back over to Aqua. Wants to make that read out the corner, but it's a swing and a miss up high. Ultraviolet keeping it down low. Bump from behind. As Ruxy looks to get a centering play, but again, Virgo's not there.
Not there for now, but perhaps later. It will be on a track in this one. Good hit forward, straight towards goals. He's going to be folded out. Double time on that one. So the defenders have got their work cut out for them.
That's going to be a goal, maybe? No, Ruxy's back for the save. Ultraviolet tries to get there, but it can only go backward because the defender's in the way. Virgo tries to keep the attack off balance, but this is dangerous. If Mac can get to the ball, they cannot, because Aqua had the clear.
Yeah, had to clear one after the other here. And see if they can give it a more than just that. So we'll stick back up for the time being. Ultraviolet and go. Gonna dial it back for a second. Mac ready. Full boost now available. Jacko can play off them here if they wish. There. Oh, they missed the hit there. That's unlucky. But they can always go again.
There's Virgo going. Just kind of missed. And Two defenders are back. Second defender missed. Third defender missed. And that's going to be the goal.
What is going on right now? Somehow, some way, they managed to bypass the whole damn team and tie it up 2 for 2. Just grazing past the 2-minute mark and looking to give more.
I mean, it was Ultraviolet, realistically. Faking a bump is what caused the second two to wind up missing out. Well played, great individual effort. Ultraviolet putting the team a bit on their back to stay in this series, and now they're looking to do it again. Set up through the corner, but they can't stay with it. Ruxy's just going to go for the deep clear, caught by Jacko. Wants to go to the ground. Fergo gets it over the top. Oh, you would have tried to go underneath, but Fergo knows better than I because it works out. Swing and a miss from Ultraviolet now. Jacko is there. Was it a fake? Well, if so, Fergo was ready for it, yet they still can't make the read.
Can't read it for now. Still got ample opportunity to figure it out later. Fergo and Co. Waiting the back line here. Well, to just stall it out for the time being. I like the patience there, though. Getting it to the other side. Going to be collected by Ultraviolet. Now looking to run it forward with their team.
That they are. 1 minute to go. Still tie game. As Ruxy's going to lead the charge. Aqua looking for the bump. Ruxy goes underneath. And the go-ahead goal is secured.
Secured and ready to rumble. So they will stumble forward. A nice, clean hit there to lock it in for a 1 goal lead. 53 seconds. And dreams could come true.
3 seconds to get our only sweep of the evening. Mac doesn't quite get the dunk they were looking for. Aqua from downtown gets to the ball, gets it over Jacko. How does that one work? That should do it, though. That should be the dagger in this series.
Yeah, that should be that one well and truly locked out of this one. But we'll see if they can get 2 goals in 20 seconds each, Max, or maybe even sooner than that. UT. The time is here, the time is now. They need to get into high gear, or it will be curtains from here.
We'll see with 30 seconds. I mean, it can go so many different ways. But Ultraviolet trying to do what they can. It was an individual play before to equalize. It's an individual play again to get the ball to the blue side of the field. Jacko lobbing it up. Ultraviolet touching it back down in front of the net. Fergo gets there first, but it's still in danger. Mac now off the backboard. Second touch denied by Ruxy, and that should secure the game.
Locked down, locked in. It's a 1 goal game now, though. 10 seconds in a dream. There's still, honestly, hope. There could be an opportunity to tie it up, Max, but
What?
You don't know till you know.
I'm just trying to figure out what Fergo was trying to accomplish. It looked like they got stuck on the back of the net. 10 seconds. Kickoff must be immaculate. They send Mac on the cheat. Defenders bump into each other. Hold on. There could be something here. That's a lob shot. Ruxy's in trouble. Jacko with the equalizer.
Oh my goodness. We've spoken it into existence. 4 for 4. Open the door. OT on the horizon. Unless one more trickles through in 3 seconds. Oh my goodness.
Momentum is well truly back in QT side. The kickoff looks good. Ultraviolet gets a drop. They want to go OT. That was a conscious decision to let this one go OT.
Let it go. Let's see where it's going to go now. Big hit from Ruxy there, trying to yield big results. Hit upfield. We'll get the demo, maybe more. Still trying to control it, but can only do so much.
Ruxy all the way back. The lone defender could be in trouble, but does get the read on Jacko. Who continues to look for the bump on Fergo. Doesn't find it. Instead, we get a pass across from Ultraviolet, but it's a bit too far on front. Aqua wants the deep clear. He goes straight into Jacko again, and Aqua misses the midfield boost. Does get the demo, and I think they collected it eventually. That should open the doorway for a flip of the map, and it is. Aqua fakes. No, that was just a miss. Or if it was a fake, it wasn't called. Either way, a double commit makes things awkward now for the Ballers. Fergo, no boost, touches it towards the net. Aqua tries to get underneath, but can't get past Ultraviolet.
Yeah, unable to meet and exceed here. Still need to give it their all. Good hit. Breaks it out. Ultraviolet breaks it straight back in, though. It's good to maintain at least a little bit of distance for those little moments, but see who can find the fast breaker towards the successful offense.
And that looked good, but now it could be dangerous because Ruxy just got beat. Has anybody rotated behind Ruxy? I can see Fergo now coming through. Defense should be settled. There could have been an opening, not this time. Fergo actually might have something here. They need the demo. They get it from Aqua, just has to beat Mac, but the shot is a bit too wide.
Yeah, too much on for this time, but maybe next time they might just get it. So maintain the corner. Ruxy good for the hit there, just keeping it in a play. Aqua stops it in place as well. Ruxy ready to collect here. Not quite the hit they wanted, but at least they get a second innings on it. And they continue over and over again to go shot for shot here.
Fergo, no boost, just going to lob it down and then look to try to recover. It does look like the ballers are starting to lose resources. Aqua couldn't steal that boost. Ruxy gets bumped from behind, so no shot this time around. In fact, Fergo is going to have to try to make a difficult read off Mac in the corner. Yeah, Mac gets that beat. Ruxy has to keep it up high, but now the attack can settle. Ultraviolet wasn't expecting that second touch. Ruxy is able to clear it to the midfield for now. This is the battle to determine who's on the attack, and it's Jack putting it in off the top post. We're going to game 4.
Well done, well played. QUT are back. They're so back, baby. And we are on track for game 4. Say no more, Max. QUT deliver at the final hurdle.
Yeah, they came through in the clutch on this one again. Remember, there was a 2-goal lead for the Ballers with 5 seconds to go. And yet, here we are. Somehow, someway, QUT gets this one across the finish line. So we're going to a game 4. And now, I mean, if that does get momentum back in your favor, at this stage, nothing will. Even in the overtime, the Ballers, they had more pressure. They were looking like the team to put this one away, but QUT survived. And now, we keep playing on.
Keep playing on and on. We'll go. Doing everything we can. And definitely eager to see how our teams fare heading into our next map ahead of us as well. You know, anything's possible for our teams here. We've seen both of them take games now. If we take it all the way to 5, let's find out. We dive straight into game 4 now. QUT got momentum, but Monash, they got that ferocity.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see if they can finish the job. Second attempt at it, and it starts off very well for Monash. Just pressure off the kickoff, sets up Fergo, and it's a 1-0 lead.
So far, so good as Monash lock in early. So good to gain that momentum, but still more yet to be done. QUT are going to try and return serve on that energy. They creep over to the kickoff here. Pitch looking elevated, looking alive at this point in time. And they even look to do more. Virgo waits it out, but they're going to be overdone as well. So Ruxy now trying to get something. Let's find a demo.
Found a demo, but yeah, not able to do too much with it after that. In fact, gonna be Jacko now pushing back to the other side. Ruxy is able to stay on the ball. That's very fortunate. That's why they beat Ultraviolet. Jacko tries to shut down midfield. Here we go. Ultraviolet waiting right behind. They get the touch. The first teammate in the middle of the field. They wanted Mac, but instead Fergo just kind of muscled the ball away. Yeah, both teams getting stifled in the setup phase of these attacks. That could have been a goal. Instead, the shot was high.
Yeah, could have been, but it's not meant to be. So we'll be locked out for the moment. Waiting patiently here. Aqua and Co. Going to disrupt the flow. Virgo almost had something there, but it will be oversold. Jacko runs it all the way home, and they're one apiece.
Yeah, that was a needed equalizer. And again, it's a solo play. There's been a lot of successful solo plays coming from QUT. We saw before from Ultraviolet. Now Jack gets in on the action. I'm a little bit surprised because historically QUT really has been a team of passing plays, of demos, of setup, but not today. Today it's been the solo effort, getting them across the line.
Getting them across the line when it mattered here. And see who can push this one step closer. Getting further down the time as they wait things out, push it up the midfield. Virgo good to try and stop it, but they're just going to blast past them there. They even have a second attempt as it now goes the complete opposite direction. So QUT on defense.
Yeah, good effort from Fergo actually to get that touch from behind, and that almost was a shot. No, Aqua saved it. Oh, that could have been the go-ahead goal here in game number 4. A bit unfortunate for the Ballers, and QUT now they're setting up to try to punish. They're going to go all the way towards that backboard, caught by Aqua momentarily. Ruxy underneath. Isn't able to do too much with it, so it's going to be Fergo now. Sidewall, who's there? Aqua again, midfield. It's again Fergo now. The 50's going in favor of the Ballers. If takes the boost, but doesn't go for the bump. Went for the ball instead. That may have cost him an opportunity.
Yeah, an opportunity and then some. We'll see what else they can do now as they take it slow, take it easy. But it's Monash Ballers rolling it in once again. 2-1. They're back on top.
Jacko just missed the play. Got the boost, got in position, but just didn't hit the ball, and that gives the free touch over to the Ballers, and they will capitalize each and every time. 2-1 lead, half a game ago, and again, QT's on the back foot. Doesn't matter, they've equalized already.
Equalized when it mattered, when it counted there, and they are going to be happy with that. 2 for 2. Nobody is allowed to get through here. They will continue to deliver over and over again.
I just love the adjustment from Mac, who went from looking for bump, from looking to the ball the second that the striker, the design striker from the play got taken out by the defense. That was just heads up rock from Mac right there to equalize. Really well done. And now as we hit our final 2 minutes, again, it's another close game. There's a real chance QT, for the first time this series, I'm starting to believe the reverse sweep might be on for the second time tonight.
Yeah, anything's possible, you know. You just got to believe in it. Just got to believe in yourself, and that belief may yet prove perfect. So we jump in. Ooh, almost finding the angle. Ultraviolet good to wrangle it away.
That's a great save from Ultraviolet. Now it's Mac's turn to come back to the other side. Ball kind of bounces around off the backboard. Ruxy come across that midfield line. Caught by Ultraviolet, at least momentarily. Slow play. Mac's going to be the next one to push it forward off that backboard. Ruxy is underneath it as Aqua will go across the midfield. Jacko unable to do too much there. Still a minute 20 to go. Tie game 2-all.
All tied up and all ready to go. Oh no! Not like this. But it still plays on.
You see that ball get a bit more centered. Aqua doing what they can. Another touch from Jacko. Just going to try to trace this one up and around the wall, but it's cut off by Ruxy. Can't get it past Ultraviolet. It's been a hot minute since we've seen a threatening touch from the Monash Ballers right now. It really has been feeling QUT dominant for the past minute and a half.
Yeah, they're almost playing too cautiously, aren't they? You know? Stuck in position right now, are not really able to seek out any kind of vengeance here. Oh my goodness, getting closer and closer. They will be able to clear that one out, at least temporarily.
I'll say it's in the corner. Ruxy's going to try to stay with this, follow this around, but this should turn into a shot. Oh, swing and a miss from Fergo. Oh, that could be disastrous. It's a long rotate back. Fergo is going to get there, though, after the, tight touch from Ruxy. But now Fergo's too far forward. This is dangerous. Demo in front of the net. Yet Aqua was there. 10 seconds to go, and realistically, Ballers are just trying to survive. Or are they? That's a beat! Aqua with the demo as well. All they need is the pass. Ball's put up, but there's no boost. Fergo gets demoed. Ruxy just trying to keep this one near the net to stop a counterattack, and we go to another OT.
Oh, we're back. Back in the OT and ready to break out with a demo. Jacko and co. Trying their best to slow things down. Ruxy to keep it upfield though. Aqua taking high ground. Will be exceeded, but at least they keep control for their team temporarily. UT are going to bounce it straight back though.
Yeah, I mean, that was almost the air dribble bump by the sub to end it. They just didn't quite get the bump. That is a bump though. Ruxy has to play post defense, but misses. We're going to Champions Field.
Oh my days. We go all the way, baby. 5 games and a dream! Oh, ho, ho! It feels like Christmas because this night just keeps on giving.
He could be getting a second reverse sweep tonight. That's crazy. Yet here we are, and QUT, again, they do it behind in the shot count. Realistically, it felt like until the final minute and a half, again, Monash were more in control of that game, but I mean, it is what it is, I suppose. QT, they're coming up clutch time and time again, and now one game away from that reverse sweep. It could be their series to take home.
Could be exactly what they were hoping for there. So our teams prepare themselves for one final stand. Game 5. Look alive on this one. These teams are going to have to give it their best. You know, you have hopes for the reverse sweep. Well, you wish might come true.
I mean, we'll see. Again, either way, I'm just happy we got 3 Champions Fields tonight. That's always a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But as we're hopefully going to be getting ourselves into this next game somewhat shortly, both teams, obviously, they'll be feeling the pressure on this one. Again, because both these squads too, like, yeah, you're in Division 1, so that's good. You're going to be in the playoffs. You're going to be settled. But where you sit, seeding is important. And the top 4 teams in Division 1, again, they get the bye. They go straight to that quarterfinals. And QT is going to be one of those teams that's kind of vying for that one. So we'll see if they're going to be able to get there, as we are getting geared up, ready to go. Just a little bit of a tech issue, but then we'll be back on it. And then, my goodness, a very critical game. This is going to be one of those games, Matt, where I feel we'll come back at the end of the season and be like, this determines who gets what place.
Yeah, it could honestly be that impactful. You know, it feels like early days because we're just on the start of this next half of the year. But wow, man, like, these games could make all the difference. You don't know right now, but as you said, later down the path could make all the difference. So very keen, curious to see how both teams fare facing off against each other tonight. One last time in one last game, going down to 5. And these teams are thriving.
That they are, as I believe we are moments away from getting this one started. So here we go. Our 3rd trip to Champions Field. What a way to come back into the second half of the year, the second half of the season. As we count ourselves in, 5 minutes on the clock. Winner takes all in regards to this series. We are underway.
Underway and ready to play. Let's get down to business. I can go. Hold it back for the moment. Aqua. Good hit upfield there. No one shielding it yet. And Mac does pass to Jacko there. So I like the 1-2 coming through from both of them. Trying to break it through. Will be saved by Fergo though.
Yeah, the Mac and Jack connection. Yeah, early signs of life, but not enough for the goal. Well, maybe they'll try it again. Mac to Jack, and this time it rains true. One of the most fun duos in the AEL, and they do it again here on Champs Field.
Get it done again and again. Defense was good for 1, but not good for 2, so they will break through. They will keep up their solid efforts. So, very eager for what else will be cooking up out of this one. As Mac waits in the skies now, ready to rise up. It will be defended by Fergo, but maybe not again. Jacko, double down.
And it's again the same duo. Mac with the assist, created the pressure. Jack's gonna finish him off. Was waiting for this duo to come alive, and what a better time to do it than on Champions Field. 2 goals up, 2 goals closer to that reverse sweep. QUT now with all of the momentum that they could need to put this one away.
Yeah, everything they could possibly want, and then some. Going in their favor right now. Let's see what all plays out as they stick it back for the moment. Mac going down. Jacko good to pass it over the goals there. Just maintain a solid hold over the defense. See if they can counter-attack accordingly, but for the time being, just got to take it slow, take it easy, but it doesn't matter. Roxy locks it in for 1.
This series not done yet, and I mean, realistically, I feel like we've been seeing them attempt this goal time and time again. Finally works out for them. They get the waterfall set up. Roxy there in the right spot to seal the deal. 1-goal game. A lot of time left in this one. 3 goals in the first minute and a half. Both these teams, I mean, they're finding good shots. They're finding setups unopposed. Eventually, one of the teams will have to lock it down.
Yeah, eventually, gonna have to lock down and lock in. Give it their all here. Hold it back for the moment. It's going to be 2-1 so far, but there's still 3.5 minutes. Anything can happen in that time. More goals, saves, and everything in between. But it's Roxy now trying to push this one. It will be relegated to the corner.
Ultraviolet wanting to connect to Jacko across the middle, but this time Aqua is there to get in the way. No boost though there for collection. Roxy misses it as well, so this is a very little boost attack coming from the Ballers. Fergo though still gets a touch to the middle. Too many defenders there, and Aqua misses. Oh, a swing and the miss, but the ball makes it to the backboard. They won't get punished this time.
Not this time, maybe next time. They hold a position. Mac, already in front now. Trying to cross it over the side here. Well, he back as well, holding true. Roxy and God ready to maintain position over their defense, but the QUT side is absolutely relentless right now.
Yeah, they have been. They really have been. And I mean, it's been the difference so far in this 5th game. Aqua though, once again around that corner. Here comes Roxy. Nope, it's another miss. It's a nice defensive pass. Ultraviolet gets the clear. Jack doesn't find the touch, but realistically didn't need it. Max should be able to get a freebie, finds a way through 2 defenders, beats the 3rd. We're now in danger territory because Jacko's going to make it a 2-goal lead.
Just like that, they lock it down for 2 all over again. 2 minutes and 8 seconds remain here, and Jacko has been absolutely alive in this final game. Monash Ballers, they need to find a way back desperately.
That they do. 2 goals, 2 minutes. I mean, we've seen it. We've seen 2 goals in 15 seconds already in this series, so I'd be remiss to call it over at this stage of affairs, but we want to see those signs of life a bit earlier than later. We're kind of seeing it now, actually, as Fergo tries to play setup down to Aqua, but they don't connect. Too many defenders in the way.
Yeah, too many bodies to try and get past there. Minute 40 to go now, though. UT, they have their work cut out for them. Monash Ballers, pressure upfield again. A good passes coming around the outside. I like the setup, but the execution a little too slow there. But they go again. Give it another shot. A 1, 2, 3. They aren't able to break it over.
And no, not this time. As Roxy gets in the way, that's gonna be a lob shot from midfield. Aqua able to catch. Now off the backboard, what can they do with it? They just let it kind of roll. I mean, no urgency, nowhere really safe to put that ball. That was just an awkward moment, although it might work in their favor as Roxy does finally get the deep clear.
Yeah, deep clear and ready to step into gear here. With a shot and not locked in, and Fergo but around the side. No one to follow up though. What could have been? At least they have another crack.
Yeah, that they do, and with 45 seconds, they're gonna have to try to pull something off. Aqua gets there first. Ball into the corner. Boost collected, but Mac is still going to kind of play that wraparound game. Roxy, what have you got? Tries to get it around Jacko, but Mac cuts off the pass. And now with 30 seconds to go, time really running out for the Monash Ballers.
Time running out without a doubt here, and be a more where that came from, my man, as hold it back for the second. 20 to go. QUT seemingly on top with no way back for Monash Ballers right now. It could be over and out just like that in seconds.
8 seconds to go. That will be concluding this one. QUT, the second reverse sweep of the night. They get it done. Well done to the QUT squad. Mac and Jack are back, and I mean, it's a bit of a statement win.
Yeah, fantastic work coming through from QUT, reversing it all the way to the top. Got to give it props where they are deserved there. So much positive energy put into that one, Max, and yeah, I got to give them props, you know, well deserved. Hard work pays off.
It does. And again, I think a reoccurring theme of tonight was teams, you know, warming back up into the competition and then turning their matches around. 3 of the 4 games tonight, the team that won the first game wound up losing the series. That's, you know, very unusual, to put it mildly.
Yeah, it's an omen, Max. Maybe we've got to avoid winning game 1 for the rest of the season.
I doubt that. I think, you know, as teams get back into the flow of things, everything will be a bit more normalized as we go. Yeah.
Or you've just made a curse and you don't know it yet. You don't know till you know, but what we do know is we got our results for today, so let's take a look at them right now. You can see, great start, a 5-gamer between a UNSW, Raw, and a Deacon there. 3-2 in UNSW's favour. Follow suit was a 3-0 for Macquarie Onyx there against Adelaide Uni, and a 3-1. Latrobe Uni taking on UONA there. Really good to see many different map sizes, but to close this page out, we did have QUT and the Monash Ballers, as we just saw on broadcast, 3-2 to QUT.
Yeah, again, the important notes on that one, both that first and that fourth game reverse sweeps. And fortunately, we missed the 3-0 because that's when we decided to go check out, Division 2, which we can see right here, which also had 2 games go to 5 as well. Swinburne just, getting past the howl.
Yeah, they did a great job there, 3-2 in their favour. Same can be said of UTS against Macquarie Scarlet there, 3-2 as well. It'll be a 3-0 for UQ against UONB there. One in the same for Monash, a 3 on RMIT, taking that one away, a 3-0. So, some very diverse scores coming out across the teams here. Some teams had some close games, others not so much, but all these games result in one thing, it's our standings.
Yeah, as we take a look at Division 1, Roar and QUT each sitting with that 7-1 record, with Onyx and Latrobe right behind them. Unfortunately for AU, the loss of their series does knock them out of that top 4. It could have been a great day for them, but wasn't able to get that win over Onyx. So now it's going to be a tough road to get back into that upper half, while our other 3 teams, they've got a longer road ahead of them.
Yeah, a long way to the top for certain there. You can see things are certainly changing as we go. But take a look on to the other side of things here in Division 2. And UTS, UQ, Monash, and RMIT are going to be in our top first, second, double third, top 4 kind of, but top, first to third in a way, all tied up there. You do have, from 5th onwards, the UNSW Howl squad of Macquarie Scarlet, Swinburne, and UONB. So, very diverse split, and, honestly, just a 1 game's difference could make all the difference heading into future weeks. So, keen to see how these standings transform over time.
Yeah, I mean, Division 2 is still, I think, a lot more up in the air on who we're going to be seeing kind of punching their way through. What we saw from Macquarie Scarlet tells me I think they could still probably win some games here. UQ and UTS look very dangerous. I think those 2 teams probably will stay in the top 2, but everything else, no idea. No idea for Division 2.
Yeah, no idea, but what I do have an idea about is our sponsors. A big shout out to AGON by AOC, the #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. AGON by AOC provide best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs.
Also, power up your game with the latest HyperX gear at Officeworks. When you need speed, control, and 0 distractions, Officeworks has got the tech. Discover gaming gear made to handle serious play.
We love it. Every single day. That's the way. And you know what else we love? Indomie, the noodle partner. Made with high quality flour and selected ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie mee goreng will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au. So make sure you check them out, everybody. We appreciate our sponsors and all of their support. But you know what else we appreciate? Everybody checking out all the action. If you want to see more, make sure you check out AU Esports League on our social medias, whether that is X, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. You know it. We are on it. So make sure you check it out to stay up to date on all our competitions. And for now, everybody, this has been a wonderful return to Rocket League. We are going to be back, same time, same place next week. You do not want to miss it. And we are going to have a wonderful time. But Max, one final moment, one final time.
What? Yeah.
How did you feel about week 1?
Again, my opinion, it was fun, and I'm sad that I'm not going to be here for the next 2 weeks, because I think it's going to be very chaotic. I think it's going to be very chaotic these next couple weeks. So I'm going to be sad. I'm going to be missing it.
Yes, I'll be sad too, but hopefully we'll see you back again when you return. A pleasure to have you on board as always, and a pleasure for everybody tuning in, I'm sure. But ciao for now, everybody. It's been real, and we'll see you in the next one.